The Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Me in the studios, buddy.
What happened?
Maybe Rhett or whoever's working the cameras could do an ISO on Seth's chair, just being just a lonely ass, nothing's there chair. Seth is called me at like 5 minutes before. There you go. There's Seth Kushner. Usually you'd see his little Kramer hair with his little head sticking up there, on the verge of having anxiety and maybe puking. He called me we're in here getting our meeting, doing our, we all meet like 5:30 to 5:50, finding out what we're going to use for the clickbait, just talking about, Lummy, you and I and Rhett needing to load up on and Mach needing to load up Thursday for the content house, and just hey, Lummy, can you find me this video? Can you find me that video? I think I asked Lummy to find me the Hillary Clinton immigration video, which he found, and then the Michael Strahan walk-off on Sunday when Jimmy Johnson started talking. So me and Lummy are doing some business. Lummy disclosed to all of us that he hit a deer going about 80 on the way here. The only good thing about it is it was the deer was already pre-hit and dead.
Yeah, it was laying on the ground.
See, Lummy, being the second guy that hits the deer is probably not near as catastrophic as the first guy. Because when you hit them when they're standing up, man, it takes out your whole front end sometimes.
And it looked like a big deer too.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a big hump? I mean, did you?
Yeah, it was a big hump.
Did you you hit a a couple big garbage bags or something?
Yeah, kind of like I hit a speed bump going about 80 miles an hour.
Right.
Yeah, it was a bump.
What do you get off like? Let me see. Do you take 56?
56 straight down.
Yeah, 56, 275 West Shore to Cypress to whatever.
Yes.
And then Navigator on in. Where do you turn? Off of Cypress, where do you turn? I turn right at the storage unit place.
Yeah, right at the storage unit, right there.
Less turns.
Between the 6th or whatever, the rental place.
Yeah, right before the car rental place.
Yep.
Rhett, where do you turn in at? Because some people turn right there after the spring, right after the hotel, and bring her all the way down that way. I think everybody pretty much turns at the storage unit.
I think so.
Yeah.
I know Macho does, because Macho comes in straight in there.
Yeah. I think we all got clickers for the gate. I don't think any of us have to. Does everybody got a clicker for the gate? Because it's job when you have to pull. You can barely get sometimes your front end will hit the gate. When they put that gate code gate thing in, they should have moved it back about another foot.
Yeah, they should have.
Because a lot of times, man, your front end will hit the gate before it also doesn't help that I have small little T-Rex hands. I don't have my reach outside. My car isn't the same as yours.
Yeah, but with the slope too, the slope makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah.
We use that excuse.
So, how things going for you, buddy? You
Great.
getting ready for the big content house?
Yeah, I went to the basketball game last night at USF. They won.
Now, is their coach? Well, he died.
He's dead. Yeah, he died.
Did they hire somebody?
They promoted the assistant or the associate head coach who was underneath him.
That's probably, if you got a winning program, if I got to think, Rhett, you might know more about college athletics than me, but I think the rule of thumb is if you're getting rid of a coach, he's fired or something, or, and your program's not on solid ground, then you bring in a new guy, to new philosophy, just a new whole attitude. But if you got a winning program, much like, didn't Alabama promote with Nick Saban?
No.
Oh, they didn't?
No, they went out and got a guy.
Oh.
They got a guy that actually used to, he started his coaching career at the University of Sioux Falls.
Really?
Yeah.
You would think that Alabama would be like, man, we're going to make one of our, offensive coordinators or one of our Nick Saban guys, the head coach, right?
I think the culture at Alabama is changing a little bit with old Saban out.
So you think maybe
maybe they wanted a different type of ball coach.
You think maybe Saban was too old school and and wasn't quite familiar with the NIL and the collectives? I saw a thing on Dion last night, and they were talking about how NIL and portal and things like that are hurting football. And Dion's like, it's not the NIL, it's the collective. And that is what, because the NIL, you actually have CEOs and major businessmen that are writing checks to people that potentially name, image, likeness can help your brand. And so that money is a little, the world's a little more stingier on that than this collective bag that these donors and alumni just throw it all into this. What all these schools now have, what they call collectives.
Yes,
and it's basically just like a fundraising wing of their athletic department, and it's my understanding there are no rules. Like, it's my understanding, Lummy, if you were a Texas A&M oil tycoon and you wanted to literally write a $25 million check, you could.
Well, technically how it is that you have the NIL that is through the school. They have their own department, and the collectives is independent of the school.
I know. So
it's like little groups.
So can the collective, which is what all schools call them now. I don't know if the NCAA mandated that or somebody came up with that name a long time ago and now everybody's, copycatting. But it's my understanding that is like the Wild West. There's not a lot of rules on there, and they can just go crazy with it. You can literally offer, a 5-star recruit that's a senior in high school right now. You could literally offer him, hey, I'm going to give you $1 million to come to my university. Dion said all these high school kids now have agents and management groups and managers and posses and handlers and
that's part of what the collectives do, is they help these kids find deals and monetize themselves.
But with regards to the collective in itself,
they also throw the events that fundraise and help bring in funds to the school. They do the booster events and stuff too. I think they organize that.
But I don't think that there's any rules, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong.
There's not really. The NCAA,
with regard to the NCAA says, okay, listen, you can only give a senior that is potentially going to come to your school X amount of dollars. I don't think they have that rule.
No,
I think the rule is, how much money are you willing to give that guy, and how much money do you have in your collective?
Correct. Yeah, the NCAA says they're going to try to crack down on it, but they haven't. They haven't done it yet.
And I think the thing going back to Saban is Saban was a winner, so as long as he was going to be coaching, Alabama wanted him there and players were going to want to play for him. So the NIL was eventually going to become an obstacle, and I think those are more so his strong feelings about it. But yeah, in today's day and age, you kind of need a different style of ball coach. You've heard about how guys have evolved over the years in the NFL. Seems like college, every 5 to 6 years, you got to kind of, make a new blueprint for a successful college coach.
But we had a 3-pronged. Usually, college things happen in one thing increments or kind of baby steps, and that is, whether it's redshirt freshman or whether it's eligibility, but college had three things thrown on it, and all of them were gas on a fire. You had NIL, collective, and the portal, which college has never seen that much change ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, those three things are huge with regards to college football. Now the portal. Remember back in the day when you'd want to transfer, you'd have to sit out a year.
Yep.
Then, and then at that point you'd lose a year of eligibility.
Which I found out the hard way.
Right. And then, so transferring, if you're a kid that's, second string at Alabama, but, you could be starting at Clemson, you'd have to go and talk to Dabo Sweeney as a sophomore, and you'd be like, listen, I'm not going to be able to play as a junior, but it looks like I'll probably be your starter for your senior. So all during your junior year, you're practicing, all that, but you're not getting it. I don't think you're getting a dress. Maybe you're dressing.
No, you're not. You're not dressing.
You're not. You went through it.
Yeah.
You're not dressing. You're not doing anything.
The only way you can play is if you go to a division underneath you.
All right. So if you go to like a JUCO or a Division II or a 1AA.
Yeah. Then you can start playing instantly.
So at college, man, you throw portal, which is now the Wild West. Literally, you can move as many times as you want. You don't lose any eligibility, right?
Yep.
And and if little Johnny's upset because the coach got on him a little too hard, little Johnny can literally just quit. Just quit.
Yeah. Go find somewhere else to play.
Right. So that is the Wild West compared to what it used to be. The collective, where these fundraising arms of the school can literally, there's no rule on it. You think Ball State in Indiana is getting as much as Texas A&M? No, the corn farmers ain't got no money. The Texas oil guys got it all. And then you got, of course, the NIL. Welcome, Seth Kushner. How are you, my friend?
Oh my gosh, I'm so well.
You got like 18 extra minutes of sleep.
I don't want to blame anybody.
I do want to let you know, and I do want to let you know that I'm not mad at you.
Oh my God, dude, are you serious?
Yes.
You literally took freaking. I mean, come on, dude. I made it rain yesterday. 1400 during Operation Pigmentation.
Listen, bro. This is.
I mean, I can't clean that.
This is friendly. This is
friendly fire.
It's friendly fire. It's ball busting deals. It's if you know what, you can bet the Packers play the Bears this weekend, and if Caleb Williams would throw 5 touchdowns and light me up, there'd be some there'd be some friendly jostling. Would there not be?
There would be some jostling.
Yes. Okay. So we have. First of all, I love you to death. I love everybody here. Yeah. I just really, honest to God. Can I
tell you just real quick before you dig into me? I just want to tell you.
Dig into you? You're 18 minutes late, and I have no problem with it.
You shouldn't have You shouldn't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I put in an extra 18 minutes yesterday.
Well, you put in about an extra 4 hours, but I'm just saying. And so did Rhett.
I scared the hell out of Merch Creek yesterday. She didn't even know I was here. Poor woman.
Rhett busted his. Everybody's been busting their ass.
Yes.
So listen, I
just want to say that I'm not blaming anybody for my lateness because it's 100% on me. But if I may just add, the nausea medication Dr. Dan gave me was for somebody that was probably a terminally ill cancer patient, and it completely took me out, Bubba. I took one at 1 a.m, and sweet Marie, I didn't wake up till 6.
You do seem somewhat refreshed.
Well, how could you not be refreshed?
I think actually being late and scared causes you to have a whole nother energy level when starting the show.
God, yeah.
I mean, it looks like you took half an Adderall. You look so damn good.
I feel alive for the first time in like 3 years, Bubba.
So
amazing.
I get to the studios today at 4:45, and I go to my spot and my fancy now is this a just a nervous habit, or like what?
No, it was like that.
Oh no, no, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't.
You use that pen a lot?
Yes, I do, but it's not irreplaceable. It's not anything. It's a big deal.
Well, I'll tell you what happened, Bubba. It dried out halfway through, and
it tends to dry out, buddy. When you leave it open overnight like this, it will dry out.
Well,
it will.
That normally happens.
Well, I don't know science of markers, okay?
And then I don't know what this is. I mean, this was like some Swahili stuff.
Putt-putt, Bubba. Putt-putt.
I don't know what it is.
Guys, do anybody ever take notes during a show?
Yeah, but most people kind of clean it, like when Lummy hosts his Wednesdays and Fridays show with Rhett. Lummy sometimes takes a picture how everything was and then returns it. Like Lummy's extra anal about it. But no, listen, not a problem on any of this. Just want to let you know
problem.
This is how. And then
this compared with my tardiness is borderline unacceptable.
And then the microphone wasn't switched out, which actually I would prefer you not.
I
do that.
I do not like.
But you could have grabbed your headphones. So I took your headphones were still plugged in. I unplugged them, and then I'm like, does he keep his headphones like this all the time? Because they were and I'm not kidding, it took maybe 7 minutes for me to unknot them because they were just all knotted up I'm really anal on my headphones.
Yeah.
Being very straight.
Yes, sir.
I don't wrap them up too tight.
No.
You, meanwhile, it just was like a rat's nest.
Yes, I'm.
You keep your headphones rat nesty?
I don't have a lot. I don't treat my equipment with love, Bubba.
No, you're hard on equipment.
I'm very hard, especially because it's not mine. I don't think these are my headphones.
Did cops ever, tell you that they were concerned about how hard you were on the equipment?
Well, they made you bring your own, headphones. So, I've just never really treated stuff well. I ride my Ford Fusion into the ground. I ride my headphones into the ground.
I mean, you'll literally drive your Ford Fusion until the oil light comes on.
And that's just the kind of guy I am,
right.
Bubba.
You'll literally drive your car until the brake squealers are hitting the rotors.
That's right.
You'll literally drive your car until, not to check your oil. The way you check your oil is, the oil light's on, which means it's 4 quarts low. I better put some oil in. In fact,
that oil light can mean so many things, Bubba. They really need to specify it with different colors.
It really only means one thing, buddy. It means you don't have much oil left.
Well, when it gives you the warning, it's just like it's almost just like, okay, hey, when you get a chance, and
but you gotta understand, it's made to have 5 quarts, okay, 5.4 quarts, and so anything below, I'm just being realistic with you. Anything below 3.5 quarts is your motor is kind of starving for oil, so it's not being lubricated properly.
Okay.
And which you could potentially be causing long-term, main seal bearings, just all cam, anything that needs to be well lubricated. So actually, when they were doing the brakes on your car, I told Caesar, just go ahead and do an oil change. And I made the biggest mistake. All I should have done, Lummy, because I just put 4 brand new quarts in it.
You sure did.
So I should have just had him do a filter change, but I had him do a complete, because Caesar called me from Rubber City, who is the unofficial sponsor of Seth's Ford Fusion. If they had a sticker, Seth should be running it. But anyway, he goes, Bubba, are you sure you wanted it? I think he just got an oil change. I go, no, he actually just got 4.5 quarts of brand new oil because he was 4 quarts. He's like, oh, okay. Well, we should have just changed the filter and topped it off. I'm like, I know, I just wasted. Because let me, Redline's 15 to 20 a quart.
Jeez.
And that's the only thing that Seth Kushner, runs in that high performance Hemi of his is the best racing synthetic. You know what? Out of everybody in your circle of group, Seth, probably nobody runs race oil. Like, nobody would ever think that you would be a guy that would be running race oil in your Ford Fusion. You got race car oil in your Fusion.
I do, Bubba. And I don't know what people in my circle, I don't know what kind of motor oil they have.
You guys don't talk about that?
You don't say, hey, man, are you running just a straight synthetic? Or are you running a hybrid blend? What do you run?
No.
You run Kendall? Oh, my God. You run Valvoline? Man, I got Redline 520 full synthetic race.
That's good stuff.
Jesus.
Can I get props on...
Phoebe should be giving you oral for that alone. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Props on what, buddy?
I do know that I, a bent your pen cap and left a couple of hieroglyphic, style notes. Swahili. But I did turn off the chevrons yesterday when I left.
You did, but you left one of the microphones on. So
come on, dickface. No way, man.
So Merch Crick, I'm at the apartment. Merch Crick calls and says, "Hey, the red beacon. She was still filling order. She's like, the red beacon is still is on. So if the red beacon outside outside of our door, we have a very obnoxious red cop beacon that sits up high, and if we're on the air, if the microphones are on or we're on the air, somebody's in here recording or we're live, this big obnoxious, you'd literally have to be, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder might be able to see
Exactly.
it. And so Merch Crick comes downstairs to load her car up to take it to the airport, and she calls me and says, hey, the red beacon's on. I said, well, just go inside and then look at the where they say, mics.
Dude, are you sure?
Yeah. It's not.
I don't know, man.
It's not a big deal.
I don't know.
Neil Mount plays your $20 for the Seth Redline Synthetic Motor Oil Fund.
Nice.
It doesn't matter. It also happens when we have a power surge. Sometimes that happens.
Okay,
so it's not a big deal.
It was just you heard the show. There's a lot going on yesterday.
I thought it was a really good show. Me and Sumo and Shane watched it on the big screen at my apartment for like the last. I was wanting to keep going on. I liked it. I liked this show.
Yeah,
you guys raised about $1,400.
I know.
I hope those guys don't start sizing that up, thinking that they need to get a cut of it.
You don't have to worry about them. You worry about me.
Ancillary shows just go to the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen.
It's honestly just it's crazy. Like Bubba's Cankles, I wasn't watching Rumble at all, and obviously everybody did it. But Bubba's Cankles threw down $1,000 yesterday.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
And it's
thank you.
And it's just, and he's showing his appreciation for the show that we were doing. But man, I just told him, I was like, I said I don't see that money, but it's just very incredibly humbling to have somebody donate during the time that you're on the air like that.
You see that money when your paycheck clears on Wednesday is when you see that money, because it all goes into the business.
I'm all about the bottom line, baby.
Yeah, I don't think, Lummy, have I bounced a paycheck yet?
No.
I think we had a 1-day delay when we were switching payroll companies. I think.
Yeah, it was one. Yeah, but it wasn't a bounce. We didn't get.
No, I don't think we've ever got a bounce.
No,
I don't. Rhett, has your check bounced ever?
No, never.
Mach? Oh, I don't know.
No.
I don't need the money. I just come in here for the hobby. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you pay him in Molly.
I pay him in Molly.
Is Mach good, by the way?
I don't know. We probably really need to spend some time talking. He doesn't like to talk. First of all, he doesn't like to talk on the microphone. Red, are you officially a spokesman right now?
I suppose so.
Yeah.
He's running about 80% right now.
But he lived about 4 weeks and 2 days. I mean,
I knew it was okay. So I had to go to the bathroom. I had a shart.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
No, I didn't have a shart.
Okay.
But had I went ahead and followed through with the fart, it was going to be a shart. So you know how you start to pre-fart and you can feel that it's going to be a shart, and listen, you get lucky enough to cut it off.
Yes.
So you squaddle, you waddle, you do that, that waddle to the bathroom, that closed, tight, ass-cheeked waddle to the bathroom, and then as soon as you hit the toilet, it's just like a chili cook-off.
Oh, man.
So I did that, and it was like 25, and Mach was already here. He got here early, and I'm a little bit late. I was like, 35 getting in here, and Mach is sitting on the couch, which you don't see Mach sitting on the couch much.
No.
And he's over there sitting on the couch with his arms crossed. And so I'm like, boy, that's a little weird. So Mach, I don't know if you have the ability to speak, or your union rep, Rhett's going to speak for you, but how are things? First of all, how was the music festival?
He said amazing.
Did you dance your ass off?
Did he dance? Mach, can we get on the mic? Mach, just get on the mic, buddy. I love Rhett to death, and I'm going to, I love Rhett to death, but I don't.
Macho Man gets no spokesperson today.
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah.
Mach, come on now.
I forgot how to turn this thing on.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Mach, are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Did you rage? Did you rage?
Very hard.
Right. And like was
it awesome?
Saturday was amazing. Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Oh yeah.
Friday not so much.
No, we didn't even go in Friday. We just went Saturday and then some of Sunday.
Did you guys get a hotel, spend the night?
Yeah, we had to Uber all the way back home, though. One of our buddies left us.
Hold on. So that was in Orlando, wasn't it? What's an Uber from Orlando cost?
Speaking of which, we're going to have to figure out some kind of transportation for me for this weekend.
Okay.
I can't be driving.
Okay.
Oh, jeez, okay.
I can put 3 in the back. I mean, you can ride with me.
You can strap me to the roof at this point.
Weekend at Bernie's? All right. Well, maybe we can take, 2 vehicles. Maybe who's riding with me? I got Rhett and Seth riding with me and Merch Crick. We could probably store Merch Crick back by the generator. She's so little.
Yeah, she's tiny.
But so how much did an Uber cost from Orlando to your place?
I didn't look at the bills yet.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I mean, you gotta know.
Listen, he knows.
You
He's
know
just
when you type it in.
Do you know?
It shows you.
He's pulling it up on his phone.
Do you know, Seth? It's
I
really
tipped $40.
You tipped 40?
Yeah, on top of it.
Well, Bubba, you got to think he
That's
was
about
tripping.
20%.
He was tripping off his balls at that point, so he probably didn't see what the numbers were.
Yeah.
Was he tripping? Was he tripping this weekend?
So on your ride back, was it Sunday that you rode back?
Monday.
Monday.
Oh my!
And were you still tripping balls Monday?
No comment.
Bubba, the Instagram pictures here of some of the ladies at this thing.
Whoa!
I just sent them to you.
Can you send them to me?
Yeah, I just sent
Is this the Orlando?
EDC Orlando 2024.
Right.
That's where everybody gets naked. I think the dudes only wear angel wings. At
That's
these
why
kind of
we
things.
couldn't go, because Macho Man's the only one who has a body. Maybe Dan.
You have to train all year for this.
Well, I mean, I couldn't. They'd laugh. They wouldn't even let me in. They're like, man,
No.
don't take your shirt off, buddy.
They know you're a narc.
They'd put a narc. What? I'm a narc.
You can't show up to an EDC, Bubba.
I can do drugs with the best of them.
Oh well, I mean,
You can see it says
you
no
can't-
results.
You can't dance the night away with these fellows.
Oh, I can't dance the night away. I can't dance the midday away. I can't dance nothing away.
If you want to just look, just go to search Bubba on your Instagram.
If I
Do a
just
little home.
hold on, let me reset it here. I want to see this the EDC Orlando 2024.
I love what Let Me Technical Support has to talk you through this.
Yeah. Let Me Technical Support had to help me today on something, but I can't tell you what it was.
My pictures are a little different.
How much, like within this picture right here, where were you?
Oh, that's not the main stage.
Oh, that's not the main stage? Is that the main stage?
No.
That's not the main stage?
No.
That's not the main stage?
No, sir.
Wow.
Is that the main stage?
Mach, was that an outfit that you were, is that similar to what you were wearing, Mach?
I was wearing gym shorts.
Were you wearing something like this, Mach, with your big old ween hanging out?
Wow.
Okay. Mach, is that you?
That guy's not as jacked as Mach.
Yeah, Mach is going to beat me up.
Whose Instagram is this?
This is just a random. X out of this one, Bubba.
What are we going through?
No, I like this one.
I don't
look
even
at these girls.
It's like Gasparilla.
That's the main stage, right, Mach?
Oh, Mach, is that the main stage?
Yes.
All right, here. Hold on. Let me. What?
I would just X out of this, but this is just some random dudes.
Yeah, these random guys look like they had a great time.
Yeah.
Let me just send you a random dude's
Yeah,
profile.
random. Now, what's this? Mach, is this a snow cone machine or?
Mach, what was the best part for you, man? Like, what was
The lasers and the drones.
Not the beats.
And the bass was ridiculous.
Mach, how many people do you estimate were there?
Well, last year they said there was 350 million.
How much?
350 million
Hold
over
on.
the weekend.
Hold on.
350 million.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What?
Macho, do you know what you just said? You said 350 million.
Yes.
Do you mean 350,000?
No. That's not
Macho man.
300,000, yeah.
Macho, that there's only Macho man, there's only 300 million to live in our country.
That you know about.
Well, I
Said
know
all of them and the illegals showed up.
Every person,
Everybody's welcome.
the size of this music festival was the size of our country, and can you imagine how rich you would be? Because how much are tickets, Macho Man? Like $500?
Yeah, it was about $300.
All right, so let's literally say you had an event that 350. I don't know of a venue that can hold 350 million people. Our country.
Yeah, it's called America.
It's called America. Okay, let me.
It's gone from Washington to Florida, baby.
Times 500. It it makes my calculator like
Have an air?
yeah. Says it might be $1.75 trillion. I mean, we could pay for our national debt by just having a country-wide EDM, 500 a copy. All right, so you're saying, are you saying maybe 30? Either you're saying 35,000,
No, 300,
350,000, or 35 million. A, B, or C?
Are you still talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. It was 300,000 last year, and there had to be more this year.
174% increase in attendance. I sent you their main Instagram, Bubba.
174?
174%
increase.
What's
Man,
all the
last year.
math today?
Last year was 300,000, and they increased it by 174.
I got to be honest, it was way too many people at some certain times.
So did it make it like, was there so many people there that it made it like actually uncomfortable? Like you didn't like enjoy yourself?
I needed a moment.
Was there any room to do drugs?
Just go
No,
on
is
music.
this at the camp? Is it
Go
the
on
camp?
music? There's a
Is this the camping world? Is that where they have this?
Yeah, it's outside.
outside the
outside there.
stadium. Yeah.
Outside, like where you'd park. So if they have it outside the stadium, and there's 350,000, where do people park? Because they're having it in the parking lots.
In the ghetto.
Like where do people? Yeah,
Like Mary? I mean, I don't really know.
I think you got to park in Disney to get there.
Yeah.
To walk.
There's a shuttle system. Oh, my God. I mean, they make it look great.
Oh, I
Yeah,
mean,
no kidding.
now, Mach, who was the biggest known, performer there?
Dimitri Vegas and Steve Aoki. Tiesto was there too.
Aoki?
Did Aoki
What-
throw a cake?
How much will
I wasn't close enough to.
how much will a guy like Aoki make for something like this? 200,000? Like, do you know that at all, or can you speculate?
I have no idea.
Or can you?
But he probably gets about 100 between.
No, I'm thinking maybe 2.
I mean, maybe. I mean, the
I don't.
guys are so-
Here's the deal. You and I have no idea.
Well, no, I mean, they're so. Well, I mean, no. I used to know what guys made for next big thing and stuff like that. I understand it's not 300,000 people, but if you're coming in and you're playing for an hour, you're getting your standard
I know that
rate.
I know that at Livestock we paid Motley Crue 300 one year.
Holy hell, man!
And I know we paid Creed like 280. We paid Three Doors Down 300. Like 300 was the top end of the Livestock budget back then. But they would route it, Seth, so they could do Earth Day, Schmurf Day at JRR on Friday, and then come do us on Saturday. So our Friday guys would go do their Saturday, and their Saturday guys would do our. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
And so we as iHeart or Clear Channel at the time, we're like, hey, Motley Crue, you're going to be making. We'll each station will pay you. You're going to make $600 for 2 nights, and you literally don't have to show up with. We have all the back end, we have all the amps. You don't have to bring anything but yourselves. So a lot of them would do it. Like an arena show, they would charge $500 or $600, but we get like almost a half discount because we give them 2 shows within 70 miles of each other with no back end, meaning they didn't have to have a crew or nothing.
I mean, plus you were playing their music, so you're already supporting
It
it.
Right,
looks like
exactly.
he normally makes about 200,000 a show.
It says, the booking fee for Aoki is anywhere from 150 to 300.
Yeah.
So right around that range you talked
Seth,
about.
Look what I found. I was going through the bowels of our. Listen, a lot of people out there who subscribe to our YouTube channel. Which, if you don't subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do. And again, it doesn't cost. Don't be enamored. Don't be distracted by the word subscribe because it doesn't cost anything. Just get a notification and follow basically our YouTube channel, which is at The Bubba Army. But I had Alien Ant Farm, and did you know that?
I did not.
Look, I had the Alien Ant Farm, and then I bumped in with Smooth Criminal before they did their set. And I thought after I did it, I'm like, oh man, that's probably kind of a douche move to, here's
Were you forcing them to play Smooth Criminal?
No.
Oh,
I didn't. No. But they came and did the show here. And I got to tell you, and I apologize to them, but I forgot I had these guys.
There should be no apologizing to them.
Yeah. The Bubba the Love Sponge show and the guys, 3 of the guys from Alien Ant Farm in the studio. Is there 4?
Yeah.
Who am I missing? I got Tim, Dryden, Terry.
Mike's
Mike.
right behind me.
I didn't know Mike. I thought Mike was missing in action.
You know, they're
Who's
in
at the
they're in
rival-
the news this week.
They are?
Alien Ant Farm is in the news this week, yeah.
Tell me about it.
So they were on tour with CKY, Can't Kill Yourself, from back in the day. Great band. And the singer for CKY punched the Alien Ant Farm singer in the face. So they kicked him off the tour.
Really?
Yeah.
So anyway, Seth, you'll hear. Hold on.
Radio station.
Being a real dick. Thanks, Mike. I got to be honest with you guys. I followed you guys a little bit, but God, I've been a huge fan, of course. And I want to apologize if it's cheesy and it's like the standard radio guy to bump in with Smooth Criminal, because you guys got so many other great things. You know, movies, Courage, Wish, Glow, These Days, things that I also listen to as well. But I mean, is it standard cheese penis radio guy to bump in with Smooth Criminal? If it is, I'm sorry.
No, it gave us a huge.
So anyway, I found that for you.
You know what? They headlined Next Big Thing 1 because Disturbed didn't want to play last because they didn't want to headline a festival. They thought everybody would leave. So Alien Ant Farm did it and
probably nailed it.
Well, they did, and so Dryden pulled down his pants and spread his butt cheeks and did a moment where everybody could stare at his butthole. So
really,
yeah,
that's always a crowd
live on stage.
Yes, yeah. During 2001 was a wild time, my friends.
Budget airline heads towards bankruptcy. Spirit stock down 45%. Fears of mass cancellations, reduction of routes and staffing. Well, yeah.
Was that too much info with the butthole? I'm sorry. I just thought I had an Alien Ant Farm story.
It's a great backfill. Thank you.
I mean, 20 years later, it's still probably the most talked about thing from that set.
I mean, they stepped up and they said, "Well, headline, buddy." They said Disturbed's too scared.
But hold on, did the fans love them?
The fans were going ballistic, Bubba.
So much the guy showed his butthole.
That's right. That's the power of the
you got to be,
energy.
you're an entertainer and you feel that energy that I can spread my butthole.
I've never felt that energy before. Maybe I'll feel it at the Content House.
813-90 Bubba. Phone lines open if you'd like to get in. Hello, who's this?
Bubba, it's Neil Montplaisir. How you doing?
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Hey, Neil.
And thank you for the contribution this morning.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey, I got a quick story and I'll get off. I was at my customer's house. That's the owner, they're minority, co-owners, whatever, of the Dodgers. So they were in October 30th. They were in a box in Yankee Stadium with Magic Johnson. And then that following Friday, they were in the parade in the owner's float with Magic Johnson.
Nice.
So it's kind of cool.
Cool. I mean, and they're probably great people.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're and I was looking up. It was 2019 when they became the minority owners with the Dodgers. So I was just going to share that quick little story.
That was a good time because I think they won the World Series in 2020. So price probably went up right after that.
Yeah, they probably they probably tripled their investment.
Pretty smart.
Definitely.
And listen, I don't know, Neil. We love you, buddy, and I'm glad you're getting through your tough time right now, buddy.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good one. See ya.
See ya.
Wait, Neil, you want to buy a team?
No, but man, think about this. You tell me right now, all of us who collectively know a little bit about sports, I've never known a team that a guy like the Glazers, they bought the Bucks for $195, and I think the Bucks are worth well over $1 billion.
They turned down 2.6 last year.
Right. So I don't know of anybody, even the exorbitant prices that people are paying for teams now. It seems like, man, that is a good old boy. Make money quickly. That's
owning a team.
Yeah. I mean,
oh, God,
I think the only people that's ever lost money on the team were the guys that bought the Lightning, the Oren Koulis and Lynn Barry, just because I don't even know why. I don't even understand, because maybe they put such a horrible product out.
But ownership is, it is, you see a lot, obviously a lot of people.
And it's really an elite crowd too, isn't it?
But the spot where people are going now is WNBA, because that's the spot where you can actually afford it, and it's it's projected to obviously go way up over the next few years. So you could be talking about guys that spent a few $1 million for minority ownership that could be worth who knows how much 5-10 years from now.
But now, are you seeing now where they're developing professional pickleball teams like the Dallas? Dallas has its own pickleball squad, and
Yeah, nothing that 90-year-old people can play at the YMCA on the weekends, I feel like, is anything that's going to take off.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Tom Brady got involved in it.
Tom Brady got into pickleball.
That's right.
813-90 Bubba.
And look
Hello.
what happened. His wife left him and banged a jiu-jitsu guy while he was off pickleballing himself.
Right, and you know what? He was probably over her stupid ass, and he's probably banging a 22-year-old making $35 million announcing football on Sundays.
That's right.
So, buy away.
Yeah.
I think he owns a soccer team, too, does he not?
He does. I'm trying to see which pickleball team he owns.
Hello. You're on the air. 813-90 Bubba. Oh,
Miami.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I didn't have you turned up all the way. So let's start from the top. How you doing, buddy? Who's this?
This is Mike from Miami.
Hi, Mike from Miami. By what means do you listen or watch the show?
I'm glad you asked that. I have the Bubba Army app, and that's what I was listening to, getting my stuff together, and it went off about 15 minutes. So I've been listening to you through the live Twitch, but the radio cut off. So I don't know if you want to have one of the guys look into it.
Well, it could be that they're turning it off forever because our new one starts maybe in well, now hold on. You didn't let me don't freak out, buddy. We got a brand new Bubba Army HQ app that's going to blow our old app away, and I think we are in the final stages of getting that done.
All right, cool. No, I've been hearing about it. So as soon as it pops up, we'll jump on it.
Yeah, just go to anywhere you buy your apps, type in Bubba Army HQ. It's going to cost you $10. Don't get mad at me about that. That's just what Apple pretty much charges me to maintain the app. But the functionality of that app and the things that you can do, and you can subscribe and you can download and you can stream and you can listen to old shows, and it has a search engine on it. If you wanted to hear every time Hulk Hogan called in, you'd type in Hulk Hogan and it'd bring up all 7,000 times he called in. So it's going to be, when we finally get it done, I think it's kind of a sensitive subject right now. It might be one of the irritation factors that Mach has right now, but do you think we'll have it done by Thanksgiving?
Put it this way, I'm not supposed to say too much, and I know Macho isn't, but it's
thank you, buddy. Love you, Miami.
It's out of
305.
It's out of our hands and into other people's hands that have to make a decision.
I mean, have to make a decision. Is there a crossroads where we have to make a decision? Because I would think that would be in my hands.
No, the company. It went to
a decision whether to let us be on their platform or what?
It's just in the final stages.
Mach, let me ask you: do you think it'll be ready by Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic.
Because I mean, we're not supposed to talk about it for some reason, but it's done. We're just waiting on something.
All right. Yeah, well, when you're as big time, listen, this is a big time app. This isn't something that we just threw together. This is something we invested a lot of money on. And, when you throw something together, you can get it posted, no problem. But when you have the functionality that we do, and Apple is aggregating it, and so it has to go through some checks and balances when it's as highly functioning of an app and all the features that we have. There are some checks and balances on it. Seth, are your nipples still hard that I had alien ant farm in here? That's pretty cool.
I mean, dude, if I knew this years ago, Bubba,
I would have been so much cooler in your head.
I would have been here.
When people were talking bad about me over at Cox, you would have said, but listen, he had alien ant farm in there. And they headlined the next big thing one for us. Tell you how bad of a dude can he really be?
The biggest interview that you ever had that I was jealous of was when I was over at 97X. It must have been 01, 02, and Kid Rock was playing Livestock, and you had Kid Rock on the phone in the morning, and I just was like, I was beside myself because I was the biggest Kid Rock fan at that time, and I just felt like he was 98 Rock and he was yours, and I couldn't love him anymore, and I know that you guys were talking like you were a friend, so that one stands out, yeah.
Listen, I got a quit. You know what? I'm gonna go to words, but I got a Kid Rock, me, Hogan, Kid Rock, and Scott Staff.
You guys were Kid Rocking up and down the block.
That was that the orgy that you guys were on tape?
No, it was over at the Hard Rock Live in Orlando. I'll tell the rest of the story next.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show will be back after this.
I was here, quart of oil. I was here so late, I scared the shit out of Erica, man.
I got a show.
What's up, man? How you
This
doing?
is Seth Kushner right here.
What's up, dude? Hey, how about that? That was some good money yesterday, eh? Right?
No, listen.
I mean,
yeah.
let's just be. Let's. I mean, we can talk. It was good money.
Hear me out.
It's good money.
Hear me out. Not only was it good money, but it was a good show. Like that's, and maybe one equals the other. But I really thought that Craig's son really brings a lot. Like I think he's almost a mainstay because he keeps Craig in check a little bit.
Oh yeah, well he
calls Craig out, you know, and I really just like the dynamic of I like him. Who was the guy off mic?
JD.
I didn't.
It's
I know they were kind of clowning our content house a little bit.
Yeah, that was tough to navigate through.
I don't know if they can. I don't know if they're.
There was a.
I don't know if their upbringing and their background can give them the ability to think of a content house.
Oh well, no, it's not even that. It was along the line of questioning of what are we going to be doing at the content house because we're not going to be your dancing monkeys. And like when they said that, I was like, what the fuck? And that kind of threw me off for a minute.
Well, and here's the thing. They just need to realize that people want to watch us just hang out doing just natural shit, whether it's
people watch us sit in a chair for 4 hours a day. So I mean,
like Friday night, I'm gonna have my iPad over there or my laptop, and I'm gonna be watching the Warsaw football game.
I don't even think. Look, here's the thing, man. Like, if you want to shit on an idea before it happens, like that's fine. But like, we're just trying different stuff here. If people are gonna watch us sit in a chair for 4 hours a day and talk, I'm assuming that if we're fucking actually like doing shit or moving around and there's 10, 12, 13 characters, I have a feeling like that would be something people are interested in.
I mean, like, here's
I
the
could be
deal.
completely wrong.
Like, here's the deal. We obviously are people's favorite show, right? We've established that, and we got a pretty good following digitally and terrestrially, and are within the YouTube world. You know, to have 120,000 subscribers is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so, we are people's favorite something. Well, you and I have favorite thing. You like the Bears. I like the Packers. If the Packers had a content house one day and they had, 8 of their players all hanging out doing whatever the fuck they were doing, I'd want to watch it.
It's
right.
We'll find. If people don't watch it, we won't do it again.
Well, I mean, listen, this is either going to be great, and we do a couple thousand people and fucking that, or it's going to suck.
Because this isn't like this far-fetched thing where we have like 4 people that listen to the show and we're going like, not only are we going to Orlando for the content house, but we're also going to
appearance.
We're also going to meet people. So it's like a 2-for-1. So when it's like I'm getting questioned about what the fuck we're doing at this place, it's kind of 2-pronged, so it's hard to.
Right, the content house is just kind of the.
It's just like
the added bonus to the appearance.
Yeah.
Right. I love it, and we gotta be prepared that after it does well, to go do another one.
Oh, for sure.
Because I think it's going to do well.
I mean, I got motherfuckers mad at me that we don't release podcasts during hurricanes, and you're telling me people aren't going to want to watch us on the weekend? Like, you're telling me there's no desire for any content like that?
Lemmy, did you find the...
I sent it to you. It's not the greatest video.
Yeah, I'm having a fucking lockdown right now.
I'm trying to find a better video.
I'm having a full-blown fucking computer lockdown.
Oh, boy.
On all facets.
But I'm doing the Great American Teaching today. I don't know if you want me to give out any stickers or anything.
Are you teaching it?
Yeah.
You're going?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to talk about that.
Yeah. I got to jump out at 10 today. They gave me the 11:10 spot right before lunch. That's a tough spot, Bubba.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I got it, Lummy. Yesterday we did something that I think could be big. It certainly was kind of fun. I hope the Bubba Army are gentlemen or young ladies and are mindful that we're this Thursday going to take our Twitch channel, and I'm going to ask everybody, like at 9:50, Lummy, switch over. If you're watching us on YouTube, or you're watching us on Rumble, or you're watching us on X, or you're watching us on Facebook, first of all, if you don't have a Twitch account, go to twitch.tv / the Bubba Army and just register for a Twitch account. Go get you a Twitch account. Because we kind of abandoned Twitch years ago when they screwed with me. And so it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth, and we just kind of shunned away from it. We're like, screw you, Twitch. We'll go over to YouTube, and we've put all of our efforts into YouTube, and we've done wonderful over there. We're approaching 120,000 subscribers, which is unheard of. Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning, Bubba. Scott Erickson on the Space Coast, doing my space stuff.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, with the Bubba Army HQ website, they billed me last Monday for my renewal, and then on Tuesday it was said I didn't renew, and now I have no access, so I can't use the website. I can't download anything. I've sent like 4 messages to the help section, and nobody's responded to me.
Well, let me put you on hold and give you to Lummy. And Lummy will get you get you over to Paula or Mike Rowe or somebody like that, and they'll definitely rectify that because that's we got to certainly.
Well, I have answered this gentleman. I will answer him again, but I will get his phone number this time.
Okay, hold on.
I have answered him now.
Hold on, Lummy has answered you, sir. Maybe it went to spam or something, but just no big deal. We'll get it handled. We're customer service. We're a radio show. We're twitching. We're everything here. We're moving and shaking, my friend. Stand by, Space Ghost. Okay, thank you. So we kind of took our eye off of, listen, this all started back on October 11th in 2017 is when we first started our digital trek. We weren't podcasting then. We weren't on Rumble then. Rumble wasn't even around. We had a YouTube channel, but it was just for like stunts and things like that back in the day. And so we didn't concentrate much on that. And obviously, I think at that point, we still had our Twitter account, but it wasn't owned by Elon, and it wasn't nearly as cool. I mean, Seth, sometimes we'll have, out of all of our forums, we'll have the most people watching us on Twitter. Like sometimes it'll be 2,000 people over there.
Oh, yeah. I think people found out there's no ads or anything over there.
Yeah. So yeah.
Let it eat.
And, of course, Twitch and Facebook. So those are the 5 platforms that we, on the average show have anywhere between 6,000 to 8,000 people watching us at any one time. And so Twitch, we started out on Twitch only. And we were like that for a long time. And then they started kind of screwing with us, and Twitch kind of got woke. Still kind of is. But we've all determined now that we probably should do, like, I want to start maybe doing some gaming over there. And I start wanting not putting all of our efforts back into Twitch, but having a Twitch segment within our little world, within our digital world, having one Twitch segment that we do on Thursdays. And we had determined that what we should do is go ask everybody on Rumble and on YouTube and on X and on Facebook that if you don't have a Twitch account, go get one. I think they're free, right?
Yeah, just to register, yeah.
Just to register to go get a Twitch. Now,
do you still get the free sub with the Amazon account?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
So if you do have an Amazon account, you do get a free sub. It's kind of tough to navigate through it, but you can. If you're a couple points higher than BFUD, you can usually get through it.
I think you got to do it on your desktop, not on your phone.
Yeah, you got to do it on your desktop, not your phone. And then every 30 days, you get a free subscription. And when you're a subscriber, it allows you to chat, and it allows you to go back and download 30 days worth of. They keep a 30-day hopper full of past shows. So that's what. And I think maybe some limited commercials as well. So if, again, for the Rumble, for the YouTube, for the X, and for the Facebook people, go to twitch.tv or twitch.com, sign up, get an account, and then go follow. It doesn't cost anything to follow our channel, which is at the Bubba Army. Because on Thursdays, what we're going to do is we're going to go into they have all types of categories over there.
It was like you just discovered Twitch yesterday, man.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Seth. Twitch has changed a lot since I've navigated through it.
Go listen to Clement Kush, by the way, if you want to hear Bubba talk to a 21-year-old French university student.
Made her giggle.
Well, ooh la la, ooh la la,
American DJ.
Ooh la la. So Seth comes up with, hey, let's go to Twitch and find somebody who's got like 4 people watching them, and let's promote them. And what Twitch has this functionality within their world called a raid, RAID, like you're raiding somebody. Like, Lummy, you're a bad guy and the National Guard was going to raid your home.
Yes.
Like that kind of deal.
Oh, okay.
So you're raiding their channel. And what you do at that point is when you're done broadcasting your content on Twitch, you then tell all of your audience, hey, we're going to raid this channel, which means all of you, we're going to hit a button on our end that automatically cuts you off of our stream and hops you onto their stream. You don't have to do nothing. You just sit there. Literally just sit there.
We'll teleport you.
And we'll teleport you into. So yesterday during Clem Kush, I was navigating around Twitch, and we found this girl that looked to be younger. We found out she was 21, and she was from France. Well, first of all, we had a language barrier deal. We were trying to find somebody. We don't need somebody that had 5, 6, 7,000 viewers. They don't need our help. We need their help. They need to be rating us. We need to find somebody that's got 4 or 5 viewers and could use our, I don't know, Lummy, maybe tomorrow when we do this, we might have, I'm thinking we could maybe have 1,000 people on there.
That'd be nice.
That's my goal.
I sent you a couple screenshots I took yesterday, Lummy, of Bubba talking to the French lady and of screenshot of him saying we want to help you.
And Seth,
Yes,
I wasn't being creepy yesterday. And
no.
No, I mean, I didn't say anything appropriate.
No.
I told her to Google me. She was like, ooh la la. I don't know if that's oh my God or, I don't know.
I mean, here's what I learned yesterday. And I don't know if it's just French women or women in general, but man, oh man, was she just taken by the fact that you had 50,000 subscribers on Twitch.
50,000 followers.
Yeah, 50,000. And that you had a Wikipedia. She was like, she was ready to come over here and marry you on the spot.
Right.
Is that all it takes?
Which Merch Crick better watch out. She starts half-stepping. I'm getting me a 21-year-old French girl who's impressed by my following.
I know.
So, here, listen. We found somebody that was, and this is what we're going to do every Thursday. But we found somebody that was, not
she had 4 people watching her.
Not impressed, but was, appreciative of our help. I think that would be a good way to say it, right? I mean, she was appreciative of our help, and so I was typing to her and telling her that Thursday, we were going to raid her at 10 o'clock. And would that work for her? And she was like, yeah. Well, we were going to maybe do it today, Lummy, but she has school today. We had found out that she's a university student.
Well, that's good.
And so she was like, we determined that Thursday. Man, my computer is just okay. There we go. Phew. This is gonna go. You know what, Mach? It might be this Friday. Might be a defrag deal or something like that. You know, whatever.
Defrag Friday.
Defrag Friday. So we get her on we get her on Twitch. We tell her we're gonna raid her at 9:55.
See the pictures.
Sounds like a threat out of context.
It did, yeah. But
We're
she
gonna raid
liked
you
it.
Thursday morning at 10 a.m.
Well, she took it the right way, thank God, because she knew we were just trying to. Is this it right here? Well, hold on here. Is that the only?
Well, there's another one of her face, but I just you can see where you're typing. I have 118,000 on YouTube, 109 on X. We want to help you.
Let me see here. All right, there we go. So I have 118,000 on YouTube and 109 on X. We want to help you. What day is your next stream? Now, Seth, I don't know if you're trying to creep me out.
No, Bubba, I'm just sending the script.
She says, I love you, Bubba Ari, because we had, some people that were listening to Clem Kush on locals, so that we had a few. Of course, Joe the Supermark was over there, and we had a couple people.
Greg from Canada got in there. I mean, it was...
people were,
Aaron Cantrell got in there.
So, please... When we do this, we're going to raid her at 9:55 on Thursday. She's going to be broadcasting, ready to go. And I'm going to ask at 9:50, Lummy, I'm going to ask all my YouTube, Rumble, X, and Facebook people. First of all, I'm asking you now, in the next day or two, just today, go get you a Twitch account. And be ready to switch over. You don't have to watch the show on Twitch, but be ready to switch over there tomorrow at 9:50. And Lummy, as we end the program, we will raid her and send her all of our audience, and maybe she'll pick up a sub. Maybe she'll pick up at least follow her. It didn't cost anything to follow her. And her followers, I think she's got 273 followers. Maybe she'll go to 1,000 followers. And all we're trying to do is help somebody that's all about kind of what the digital space, podcasting, all of that kind of is. Podcasting started with people helping each other. Hey, you can come on my podcast. I'll go on your podcast. I'll promote you. You promote me. Now, obviously, that's a whole big infrastructure world ecosystem within itself.
It's like bands. You got to, when local bands, they always used to hate each other. I never got it. Like local bands, should team up. We'll open for you. You open for us. We'll take you on tour. It's a whole thing. It's all about collaboration. Not that we're looking to collaborate with a 21-year-old French woman with 4 followers, but it's all about spreading the love.
Right. So
Greg from Canada, $50.
Every Thursday we're going to raid. And so one of the things we're going to do is during Clem Kush, because it's a little bit more loose over there, Seth, and we don't have, we couldn't probably navigate through Twitch live on this show. It would take some time, whereas we have the time and the patience to make a mistake or to pick the right person on Clem and Kush, because it's a much looser format over there, much slower pace.
Oh, yeah, big time. And there's a lot of cussing, too, when you're searching random
right,
Twitch
you're like,
channels.
oh, my God, F this person. Can I get somebody that speaks some effing English? And so every Clem and Kush, we will find the person that we're going to raid on Thursday. Then we use Wednesday, Lummy. We used Wednesday's show, this show, to remind everybody that tomorrow is our our Thursday Twitch raid.
Perfect.
And so, should I give her information out now for people to go?
No.
Okay, all right. So, we're going to do that, and she's a 21-year-old French girl, and she was just so impressed by us, and so, more importantly, I think Seth said it, appreciative. She was like, "Oh my God, thank you. You would do." So that's what we're doing.
Well,
it for.
Bubba cheered 1,000 bits, and I mean, you would have thought that somebody showed up and put a briefcase of $1 billion in front of her and said, "Let me take you away to an island and marry you." I mean, that's what it was like.
I mean, who's that girl on TV? Is she in charge? Who is that?
It's Christine
Noam. Yeah, she's the what is she? The Homeland Security or something?
Now she's a governor of South Dakota.
She killed her dog, and now look at that.
Now she's
right to the top, baby.
DHS.
Well, that's probably who you want to be in charge of Homeland Security. Somebody who's a little bit quick on the pistol.
I agree. No, I agree.
Right?
Hey, what did Vivek get? I saw that show.
Oh, but that's part of what we're our clickbait
I
is
like
today.
Vivek, but I hate Elon Musk, so I'm wondering what they're doing.
They got
they got a thing go? Are they working together?
No.
Okay.
Donald Trump assigned them a position, made a whole new government entity.
Oh, that's great.
And they're going to be in charge of it. So as I promised my Kid Rock story.
Yes.
So I already went through our Twitch, our Twitch raid Thursdays will be tomorrow. Please, everybody go get a Twitch account and be ready to raid this girl on, sounds so bad, on tomorrow. And please be a gentleman. Please just say, hey, we're Bubba Army, and we're gonna follow your account. We're gonna follow you. Following costs nothing. Gonna follow you. That's it. And it's all in the name of Bubba the Love Sponge and Bubba Army. We're big Bubba fans, and we're gonna support you now too. Now, if supporting her means you just went that one day and hit follow, that's great. That's the extent of it. Or maybe you'll watch her stream and, give her a few dollars here and there because you become a fan of hers.
To be honest, we're just there for the overwhelming reaction of people going into her stream, and then we're out of there.
Right. And so, and maybe Lummy, every once in a while we'll check up on her, see how she's doing, see what her numbers look like. We can do that privately. Doesn't matter. So here's my Kid Rock, Scott Staff, Hulk Hogan story. So Creed had been at Kid Rock had done livestock and pulled it off wonderfully, just no problems. Bob Ritchie is Kid Rock's real name, and he was just so easy to work with. Backstage meet and greets, just did a 2 hours, was supposed to do a 90-minute set, did a 2 hour and 15-minute set. Just, it was back when, or Seth, back when he had that little guy that was still with him.
Josie.
Yeah, he still had him.
3'9" with a 10-foot
pole. Yeah. And so just one hell of a show, just easy to work with. We had some people that were like dicks,
J-O-E to the C, ho.
We had, and
like
Creed,
Godsmack, like Sulliana.
Yeah,
was he a dick?
He was tough. He was tough. And Creed, Scott Stapp, 3 doors down, just the easiest, coolest dudes. Just some dudes from Mississippi.
Dudes who are just surprised they made it were always the best ones. Even if they had like countless amounts of hits, they're just like, some fun guys from Mississippi that can't believe they're playing in front of a livestock crowd.
Motley Crue was a little tough because that's when Tommy Lee was with Pam. He was with Pam Anderson, and she helicoptered in. And it was just a big hubbub, and Tommy was very protective over her, and I understand, but they were okay. But Creed was one of the worst, and Scott Stapp in particular was tough. Like no backstage, like. Even it was deemed my event,
Yes.
like it was my event. It was the station's event, but I was kind of the face of it. I was the one that we within the band writers we put in that our morning man gets to introduce you, and we had a thing where like Seth, my biggest hang up, or one of my biggest quirks, my biggest pet peeves were anytime that a air personality would introduce a band, they'd walk up and be like, "What's up, livestock?" And everybody would then be like, "Coming up next is Kid Rock."
Yeah, that's how you do it, baby. You gotta get the cheap pop.
But then you'd get literally there'd be like 10 minutes before Kid Rock's,
Tell me about it, man. When we had to do intros and outros for the next big thing, I hated the intros because you were going up there hyping up the crowd, then you walked off stage and there was nothing.
Well, so I was such a, dick that I made, and they agreed if they wanted their bag of cash, that they had to have the curtain dropped. I would walk out in front of the curtain, I would hype the crowd, and then when I announced the band, they would, bam, be there, hit, right, smack. Ladies and gentlemen, Kid Rock, whatever. You mother effers, you asked for him, you got him. What's up, Livestock 12? I love you. Bubba the Love Sponge mornings. Let me introduce Manson. Let me introduce Ned. Let me introduce Cowhead. Let me introduce Guido. Yeah, let me tell you something. Don't forget, blah, blah, blah. Only station's got the balls to bring in a guy like this, my friends, straight from Detroit, Michigan. Give it up for mother effing Kid Rock. And then it was part of our agreement with them that, like Seth, they had to be like, bam, right there. The curtain goes up and they're playing. There was no downtime because I'd done 2 or 3 of them where I had this downtime deal. Well, we had done that. Motley Crue had no problem with it. Godsmack even didn't have a problem with it because that was just part of the deal. So they would be in position, ready to play. The curtain would be down as soon as I announced their name. Boom, they would be there. And that makes the DJ look better too. It's just an overall better presentation than after you say Kid Rock's, and then there's 10 minutes.
Well, they want you to go out on stage and suck off the sponsors and tell you where to go get beer and all that. And nobody gives a damn. If you're going out on stage and you got a microphone, you better be bringing up the next damn band.
I did that with Aerosmith. I did it with Kiss. Yes. When I did it with Kiss, it was the most. They had an X that I was supposed to stand on stage, and I was not supposed to stand anywhere else other than the X because of their pyro. Well, I wasn't really paying attention, and I was probably 2.5 feet, maybe to the side of the X, and which was 2.5 feet closer to this really badass pyro deal that was coming out. I almost blew myself up like Michael Jackson. So anyway. We have Creed. Now, we've established, Seth, that this is how we do it for like the past 3 years. Godsmack didn't have a problem. Motley Crue didn't have a problem. Kid Rock didn't have a problem. 3 Doors Down didn't have a problem. So it wasn't like, when we went to Creed, we didn't have a list of big bands that have agreed to do this. So we go to Creed, and Scott Stapp goes, nope, we're not doing it that way. Well, Brad Hardin, the boss, is like, Scott, that's part of the writer. You guys have agreed to it. I'm not really giving you an option. It's part of the writer. You guys agreed to it. You guys have signed the contract. And Scott Stapp goes back and forth, and he's like, I can have the band there, and they can play some filler, but I have my own intro that I like to do. And I'm like, oh, God. So that's what we agreed to. So when I said, ladies and gentlemen, what's up, Pasco County, Livestock, Zephyr Hills, 13th annual. I hope you're getting all effed up. It's, whatever, a bunch of naked bitches in the back, get high, just whatever I was doing. And you know them. They got the #1 hit in America. They're the #1, played group in all of rock radio. Creed. Straight from Orlando, Florida. Creed. Bam. Well, they start playing, but he's not there. And they're playing, and they're just playing kind of some background, filler stuff. And then literally 5 minutes, he has this thing that he comes in on like a chariot kind of deal that they pushed him on, and he got off.
Horse and buggy?
No, it was more like a dolly system that they had rigged up kind of a chair with a backdrop on it, and they kind of pushed him onto stage, which was really pretty stupid, to be honest with me. So they did their show. Happens to be, Hogan calls me one day and says, hey, Kid Rock and Creed Kid Rock is at Universal Live, and I got to be in Universal doing, I don't know, some kind of something, taping something.
Semi-Autoglass Travis, 15.
And he goes, you want to go with me to go watch Kid Rock at Universal Live? It's such a small venue, man. They got great seats. We'll sit in the triple VIP section. We'll go back and see Bob. I know Bob. You know Bob. So I'm like, hell yeah. So I called the management just to make sure, Lummy, that we were triple covered with backstage passes.
Yeah.
And so we go over there, and me and Hogan are hanging out with Bob, Kid Rock, just having a great old time, drinking Miller Lights. Bob's smoking a cigarette. And here comes Scott Stapp. And now he's not. He's just lives in Orlando, and Creed doesn't happen to be touring, and he's coming to the show. Well, of course they let him backstage, right? I mean, Creed's as hot as anything's going, and he walks up to me and he goes, and so on the radio, Lummy, and I was syndicated into JRR in Orlando at the time. After my experience at Livestock, I had really mother effed Scott Stapp. I was like, man, this guy's a prima donna. The band's great. They got a great sound. He's a great leadman, but he thinks he's Jim Morrison. He thinks he's all that, And you guys, I don't know if you guys ever knew that he was a handful. He was a real arrogant son of a bitch. I don't know if Seth, you had any interaction with
I didn't,
him.
but that's everybody said their interaction with Scott Stapp was of that.
Right, it was that.
Samato Mike 15.
So I had spent like the last 5 months really killing him on the radio. Like I wouldn't even play a song, I didn't play music anyway, but I'd like bump in with a Creed record and I'd be like, Guido, get that crap off my, that I hate that guy, that prima donna son of a bitch. And so it's me and Hogan and Kid Rock, and here comes Scott Stapp. Now he's not that big of a dude. I think, back in when I was 34 years old or however old I was back then, I probably could have taken him. And I certainly had good backup with Hogan, right? So Scott Stapp walks up and says, "You man enough to say what you've been saying on the radio to my face?" And I go, "Yeah, I pretty much am. You're a little prick that, thinks that you're all that." And so that's what I say. And so he turns to Kid Rock. I never forget this story, and I'll never forget the saying that Kid Rock said. He turns to Kid Rock. He goes, "You going to do anything about it, Bob? You going to help me out here?" And Bob's high, smoking a cigarette. He goes, "My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it." That's what he said. And Hogan goes, "What's the problem, Steph?" He's like, "Man, Bubba's a dick. He talks crap about me." He goes, when Hogan lied because he wasn't at the event, but he'd listened to the air. He'd listened to my show. I mean, he called in 3 times a day. Of course. He'd listened long enough that he knew the story. He was like, "I'm telling you right now, I was there, man. And, you should have gone out there when Bubba said Creed, you should have been right there. But instead, you act like, like you're all that."
Yeah, coming from Hogan.
So at that point, Scott Stapp just turns around. I know he didn't leave, but he left the area. But my famous Kid Rock story is, "My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it."
That's great.
I wonder if Uncle Cracker wrote that line for him.
Probably. Hi, who's this?
Yeah, this is Jay from West Palm.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's up with your app? It's not working.
We think that they've turned it off. And the reason why we think they've turned it off is because our new one is going to be available any day. So for the downtime, there might be 2-3 days while it takes to get the new one up. So I would suggest you going to either TuneIn or maybe YouTube or Facebook or X.
Or Bubba Army HQ and just watching it off the website.
Or you can just use your Safari option on your cell phone and go to Bubba Army HQ and listen that way. But I hope we don't lose you as a listener because our app's down, because the all new app is literally only a few days away. I hope.
The new app is Bubba HQ.
Bubba Army HQ will be available. Do you got an Apple or an Android?
Yeah, an Apple, but I only listen because I drive a lot at work. So
I know.
I just listen to you. I can't watch you.
I know. So you can go to TuneIn, or you can go to Florida Man Radio. Actually, Florida Man Radio has an app you can listen to us to as well. And then within the next couple days, our new app, which is going to be called Bubba Army HQ, will be available, and the functionality and just the easiness to navigate and how much more it offers compared to our old app, I think will thoroughly impress you. But I hope that you find us and don't abandon us just because we are having a couple days down with our app.
I've been listening for years. I've been jumping through hoops and
There,
doing this circus for the last probably 10 years now.
That's a great analogy too. I've been jumping through hoops and doing this circus for years, Bubba. I'll find your fat ass.
Thanks, Bub.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. And you know what? That's like the average dude, who doesn't have a screen name, who isn't on chat, and he listens to us. I'm a little concerned about this right now. That's the third phone call we've gotten.
Yes.
So if we've gotten 3 phone calls, there's probably 30,000 people out there that are having this issue.
Yes, and there's nothing that we can do about it. We don't control that app.
So they've obviously taken it down because one would think that the new one is really, really close because they can't have both of them operating at the same time. So I would think, not being the smartest guy in the room here, but the reason why they took this one down is because the new one is literally almost there.
Kind of. The way that we send the show out, we had to change it a little bit so that our new app will work. So the way that we're sending out the show to distribute the show is different.
And the old app doesn't recognize that.
Correct, and we don't own the old app, so there's no point to change it either.
If this phone call is I can't get you because the app's down, I'm gonna give my gun to Seth and tell him to put me down like an old heifer. Hello, who's this?
Hello, Bubba. It's Robert from New Jersey.
Hi, Robert.
I just want to say I really love your content. I don't want to bombard the show with the praise, but you guys keep up the good work. I'm in New Jersey. I've been a long-time listener, and it's great having you guys on to make my morning.
But you do have the ability to watch or listen to the show as we speak right now. There's no technical difficulties. You're just calling.
I'm watching it on I got it on the TV, on the YouTube.
Oh, fantastic.
Perfect.
Appreciate you, buddy, out of New Jersey. Appreciate you.
God bless you, brothers.
Thank
Have
you.
a great day.
I got to go to words. In order to complete our Twitch Thursday tomorrow as we end the program, I need everybody from the other 4 aspects of viewership, Facebook, X, YouTube, and Rumble, to make sure that you have a Twitch account.
Well, not just for the raids, but we're also going to be...
we're going to be doing stuff over there,
the
too.
Content House is going to be on Twitch this weekend, right?
Oh, yeah. The Content House is going to be on 2 places, probably 3. I'm assuming, Lummy, it's going to be on YouTube,
yes,
Twitch, and locals. Is that?
No, we weren't planning on locals.
Okay, good. No locals. I like that better.
If it's going to be available on any of our main platforms, there's no reason for it to be on locals.
Exactly. There you go. Locals is kind of that little gym that most people don't know about, where you can sneak in on a podcast or something like that. But it's not a real sexy franchise. We're only putting them on the sexy franchises.
That's right.
So the Content House, which will be starting Friday at about 4 o'clock, will be exclusively on our YouTube channel and our Twitch channel, both at The Bubba Army.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge show will be back after this.
There's a special card.
How much is it worth? Like 6 cents?
I paid more because I thought it was autographed, but it wasn't.
But I don't want it.
Well, it's a present for being late.
But I don't. The present, it would create clutter for me.
But it's out of 175.
Well, why don't you keep it and maybe?
Because I don't want it, man. I wanted you to have it. Sorry, sir. You just rejected my grant card.
What?
Would you like it?
Oh man,
would you like to leave it to your son one day, Lummy?
Yeah, of course.
Here you go, Lummy. Let me get your way. Yeah, don't hit nothing. Don't hit nothing. Oh, don't hit nothing. Say, don't hit nothing. Why don't you put some up top, like Sideways Willie? Those are easier for me to get. Yeah. Thank you for being my favorite.
Thank you, Bubba.
Will you be my personal protection guy in case I need somebody taking care of at the house.
Of course. I'll bring my Bubba Army knife and gun. Russian tunnel. Go.
Could have been used for other players to fill some holes. Now, we got Cooper up the way I would have made him the highest paid player in.
Hi, everybody. Aqua Beato. Go to aquabeato.com and you can use promo code Bubba. It's the only water I drink out of. I mean, I won't even drink water out of a fucking bottle anymore. I'm just telling you that. Not really a lot of activity on the PayPal today. Nothing. Zero. Make sure you go and get you a Twitch account. A lot of people probably don't have them, but I'm also getting Macho Man to hook me up. Seth, do I got a 3 or a 4 PS? Lummy, do I got a 3 or a 4 PS?
You have a 4.
I got a 4 PS. So does that mean I can only, if I go to Twitch and play somebody, can I only play people with a 4?
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna suck. How much is a 5 cost?
I think it was like $400.
And Lummy, can you come here for a second?
Yeah.
I got this.
Can I get some of those Bubba Army knives you give to the kids today?
I think that's a great idea.
That's so kitty powers. Oh, never mind. I got rid of it, lover. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Holy shit, there's a Chick-fil-A cookie in my backpack.
Hey, oh my God, that's a fucking score. Can you imagine, like, hi, I'm Seth Kushner from Bubba the Love Sponge Show, and I got everybody a pocket knife. Can you imagine?
Well, I'd have to have a contest to see who can handle it the best, and then I would give that to them. Not everybody gets
Maybe get
one.
the Puerto Rican dude to show you how to fucking...
That's racist.
Well, I mean, just say, hey, Lil Juan, I bet you're pretty handy with this, right? You know.
Juan.
First of all, do any of you kids' fathers teach you how to be knifey?
Well, the thing is that Sam,
now is little Sethy gonna be like, that's my dad? And
she actually wants me to talk more about my baseball cards than my job. So I'm trying to really do a healthy balance of both.
I wouldn't even tell them who you work for. I just say I'm in radio.
No, I'm in radio podcasting.
Yeah,
you might know me from In Your Face with Drew Garabo, On the Block with the Lightning, or my short stint in L.A. Now I'm on Underground with the Love Sponge. Don't Google him, kids. But here's a sticker and a QR code. Take you right to his website.
No.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Today is the sports show with with Rhett and Lummy. Lummy, Mushroom Mitt, $20 on the PayPal. PayPal was really running quite snail's pace today.
And I made it up for you yesterday.
First contribution. Yes, you did.
He'll be at the content house.
Yes, Mushroom Mitch will be there along with formerly drunk, now party Kim.
Neil Mouth Plaisir, $25.
I sent Big Red over the money yesterday for him to do the shopping for the food. He's our personal chef for the content house. I told him he had biscuits and gravy for Saturday morning. Lummy, and I told him, listen, axe that, because I'm really the only guy that probably would like that.
Oh, no, I like, okay.
Okay, me and you are the only two. Seth doesn't like biscuits and gravy.
I like biscuits and gravy.
Rhett likes it too, but...
Oh, yeah.
Put it on the menu, Bubba.
All right.
I'll grab a schmear.
Big
I'll
Red.
bag a little schmear.
Big Red was going to offer other things for breakfast, but he offered biscuits and gravy for Saturday. So Big Red, maybe put that back on the menu.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So see, I didn't know. I knew Macho Man's not biscuits and gravy.
Is Big Red going to man the omelet station?
Oh,
like at a
you
fancy
don't understand,
brunch?
Big Red. And can we make sure Big Red brings like an apron and maybe a chef's hat? You know.
Neil Malpazir, $50. Go Pack Go. Yeah, I told him to buy like a little outfit.
Kiss the cook.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you know something.
I think he's gonna do a little outfit minus a hat.
Okay, good.
A little outfit.
813-90 Bubba. Hi, who's this?
Little.
Hi, this is Mark from Pennsylvania. I was just calling to see what's going on with the app.
T-shirt will $20.
Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy?
Good, man. I'm back in the day. I used to live down in the Clearwater area, and actually, when I was 16, went to Bubba's Beach Club. I got in underage. They didn't really check ID.
Man, was Bubba's Beach Club off the chain back in the day with all the hot chicks in bikinis and the shooter girls and the upstairs VIP that all the hot little girls that were given oh my God, it was unbelievable.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I was only 16 and I knew Coco, and you got me up there, and you had one of them service me up in the VIP.
All right, let's not talk about all that nonsense. I don't know if there's a statute of limitations on that type of nonsense. So, listen, Mark from Tennessee that's having a problem with the app. We're thinking that the reason why you're having problems with the app is because they've deactivated that app because our new app is just days away. So keep checking. Do you have an Apple or an Android?
I'm an Android user now.
But
I'll check.
But hold on. Anywhere you get your app, wherever your app store is, regardless of what your operating system is, there's going to be a new app here within the next couple days that says Bubba Army HQ. You're going to go download that, and you're going to resume listening to the show. There's going to be all types of other functionalities within that app. And but for the next couple days, you may have to find a different way to find us because I think it's going to be a couple days before the new one's ready. So they had to take the old one down. So maybe I'm sure I'm sure just off the top of your head you know other ways to listen to us.
Oh, absolutely. I usually watch on YouTube when I'm at home, but if I'm driving, the app is just better for me.
Yes.
Now, I know that Babyface had mentioned a content calendar for the content house. Are you guys going to put that? Because I just want to know when I should be watching, Bubba, because it's Babyface and you got. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, this is Babyface?
It's the Babyface check-in.
Yeah. And I'm just checking
I got Babyface now crank calling me.
Wow.
That's where we're at now?
Holy hell. Oh my God, Bubba! So wait, did he really not get you serviced at Bubba's Beach House?
No, thank God.
Bubba's Beach Club. No, I didn't get service. I didn't know Coco back in the day.
Is your app working? Is your app working?
He can listen to AM 820 if he wants to.
That's what I listen on my way into work.
Jesus, Babyface.
I just figured out to drive you nuts.
Boy, he really got you though, Bubba. I mean,
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, he did.
We were all just along for the ride, like it's another stupid phone call about the app.
Babyface is.
He's really showing like he's like
really
a peacock.
He's
got more colors.
He's really showing his talent, is he not?
I mean, we're gonna have to kind of promote him into the main card of this weekend's events.
Yeah.
I think he's a superstar.
Now he's doing prank phone calls and that actually work. I've been doing radio for nearly 40 years. I could usually sniff out this nonsense, and this guy pretty much greased me. This guy absolutely got me. Some ambulance chasing the Tampa's #1 attorney got me.
You got Brian
with a great phone. Anyway, listen, Brian. You and your schedule. I think Seth is gonna make up something. I guess
I talked to Brian last night. We did have a serious conversation about the schedule, and we agree that there's, a good half schedule would work. So I'm going to get Brian, some stuff that's, jotted down at certain times and make him feel good. And I know we'll feel good knowing that we have stuff in place and we have some wiggle room.
So there you go.
I gotta say, a shout out to Jess real quick, Phoebes, because I'm talking to Seth on the phone. She's buying him trading cards from.
Yeah, well,
right at the absolute high spot.
Feds got him.
Right at the absolute Feds got him. Feds are on your phone again, man, because
don't talk about my baseball card business on this show, okay?
Yeah.
Or you're gonna get whatever just happened to you.
Yeah, I heard that Bubba Beach Club leak had to shut it down.
Yeah, I'm on the Bubba Beach Club is on the listen list. As soon as somebody brings up Operation Bubba's Beach Club, then the feds start honing in on the listening.
But what happened to his phone? It's really
You'd think that all you're doing is driving down the veterans. You wouldn't think that you'd have a dead spot on your Android.
Yep.
There it is.
So what are you trying to throw me under the bus for? I thought we were friends.
Listen, Brian, appreciate you.
We'll see you tomorrow, Brian.
Get into work early today. So, Lummy, I guess.
Guy had me talking to his daughter last night, Bubba. I didn't know that today.
Why don't you fill in the blank as to what he was going to say?
There was no blanks. My wife came home. My wife won a $200 Target gift card at work. She told Big Papa Kush I could have a $50 budget. You know what that means. Daddy's getting cards. So I got a couple of hanger packs, $30, and Babyface was on the phone when she returned.
Babyface is back.
Babyface, quickly, let's do the wrap up. I got a lot of content to cover.
But anyways, I just got to put Feeds over because Seth had just woken up from a nap, blazed. She's out buying him trading cards, seeing if he needs anything for the content house because we're going to be doing a break at the content house. And I'm like, damn, that's a good woman right there. And then asking him what he wants for dinner.
Nobody has ever underestimated how good of a woman Phoebe is. We know it's all Seth and the problems that the relationship potentially have. It's usually never have you heard me say it's a Phoebe issue. It's a weirdo over here that pukes and oversleeps. So,
I was 7 minutes late today, Brian.
I always start with pro Phoebe and then work my way backwards from there.
But Brian said
I think. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Brian he did agree he is going to bring his swimming suit this weekend.
Okay, you.
I'm not into the pool, man.
Seth, you're very pool aggressive. You're wanting to get men in the pool.
That's what the people want to see.
Yeah, well,
they want to see pool stuff.
My body's not real pool friendly.
I know it's not. That's why it's great. Whose body? We got two guys here whose bodies are pool friendly: Dr. Dan and Macho. But the rest of us are going to let it fly, baby.
All right. Well, those two guys
hairy,
can
we're fat. We're here. We're at Trump's America.
All right.
Sorry,
babyface.
So.
Jesus Christ! Lummy, it's not a wonder I can't get through any topics.
He's your Ralph Cifarella.
At all.
He can't.
He's my Ralph. He's my Ralph Cifarella. I cannot get to anything that I want to get to because I got Babyface doing high spots, then gets a phone drop and then recalls so that he can get his goddamn high spot in. Yes, Brian. What? Phoebe's the best. She gave Seth a budget to get for cards. What's the other thing?
So the last thing is did Seth tell you my idea for the karaoke contest at the Content House?
No, I figured maybe you'd tell us tomorrow during your 4-hour appearance on the program.
I'll save it for then. That's a good point. I forgot I was on tomorrow.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Brian. Love you a lot. Don't take this as being rude. I just got a lot going on.
Sorry to ruin your day, but I do love you, and I look forward to the new app, Bubba Army HQ.
Love you too. Bye.
I think he said we were going to load up the karaoke with songs with N-words because you're pro forward and rap.
I am pro N-word.
We know. Well, that's why we're.
But I'm also, pro want to stay, on the air too.
We're pro wanting you to not, disgrace
you guys are
the
at
art.
that point. You're setting the show up to be canceled, and so you're setting your show up to not be able to pay you. So one would think that as much of a smartass as you're trying to be and catch me on an N-word caper, that you would have the integrity of the program at your forefront of your mindset instead of some stupid N-word high spot that could cause problems for said program.
Well, we thought that you could replace the N-word with a gay slur. We thought that we might be okay.
That's even better.
Is that okay?
That'll even get us canceled faster.
Okay, good. We'll get out of the content house quicker then.
Jesus. Lummy, where's your executive producer policeness here? Like these guys
I was trying to hang up on Brian.
Don't let me have talks with Brian in the evening, okay? Because especially after I take a nap, I'm engaged with what Brian has to say. And I listen to him. He's got ideas.
Listen, and you guys need to realize I love you, and I listen to your ideas. I write them down. I implement most of them. But you guys just can't be, you guys can't be running outlaw here and be doing things that I have not approved.
We're not.
Next thing we know, Lummy, we're doing a karaoke contest that's all N-word derived.
Bubba, to be honest with you, we were really just thinking about making it a Twitch thing because we didn't want to get a copyright strike on YouTube. So we wanted to kind of shift the karaoke to Twitch when we were doing that.
I don't think that we should be doing any N-words.
No, it's no N-word. We were joking about the N-word. I said what we really
you did not denote that
Bubba,
as being a joke.
I said we were joking about the N-word. We were really talking about specifically doing the karaoke stuff on Twitch so we don't have to deal with copyright stuff on YouTube.
Okay, perfect.
That's what we talked about last night.
Perfect. With no N-word.
No N-word. No.
Bubba Skankle says Brian's going to be bringing a Victoria's Secret bikini to the content house.
Man, he would not put on a bikini because he's got too much in his life to lose, but that would definitely bring in some money.
Yes, sir.
Lummy, you being in a bikini would be just stellar.
Oh, yeah, that would bring in the
as
numbers.
hairy as you are.
Yeah. Oiled up.
I think we should have a who's hairier contest, you or Seth.
Oh, God.
There we go. What do you need, sir? Where are you calling from?
It's Polk County.
All right.
But two things. Now that you say Lummy in a bikini, Lummy in a Hulk Hogan hammock would be pretty interesting.
Yeah,
but,
Lummy in a fruit smuggler, yellow fruit smuggler would be second to none.
Yeah. But the thing I was going to tell you guys at the little content house this weekend, my dad owned a towing company over there in Davenport for 40 years. Now my sister owns it after he passed away. But I was just going to let you know, when you guys go there, make sure they're not parking in front of any signs. And if you're parking on the side of the street, make sure the neighborhood rules, because those D-bags are just as bad down there as they are in Rhett's neighborhood where they keep taking his truck from his apartment. They will tow your junk. Just be careful.
I'm long gone from there. I moved.
So, but hold on now.
But you get what I'm saying.
So you're saying, like, within do some neighborhoods have you can't park on the street parameters?
On the side of the road, yeah. Some of them have a designated parking area where you have to park your car. I'm not sure about where you guys are at, but I just want to
now, if there is a rule about within a neighborhood no parking on the street, does it have to be posted by sign?
It has to be posted, yes.
Right. So I'm saying, so like if we're the house that we're in front that we're at, if there's no signs on the side of the road or on the side of the curbing that says no parking on the street, if there is no signs, then we are to assume, like, they can't have it in their bylaws, and only those that live there know that. And whereas if you're gonna, but so it means that I think it has to be posted in order for them to yoke you.
It does have to be posted. You have to put the sign up. It has to be 30 days after the sign's up. But it'll cover like a certain area. Like, you'll see them in cul-de-sacs. Like, there'll be a sign in the cul-de-sac, and you can't park anywhere near the cul-de-sac, but you can kind of park along the side of the road in front of the house. I just want, you know what I mean? I don't want them to gig you. You know how they are.
They'll yoke you. So we got. Thank you, appreciate it. We got no parking zones in front of our building here, and it goes in the. It's called Clem's Towing.
That's right.
And the number to get your car back is 813-90 Bubba. And let me, if people did park in front, you notice how they don't really park in front of there.
Sure don't.
But some of them have, and if I had some type of way to yoke their car, I could put them in the gate and then charge them an impact fee.
You sure can.
Or do you need to have like a recognized towing license to do that?
Who's going to really check?
I don't know. Because I'd love to yoke somebody's car and charge them like a $50 a day impact fee. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So Sunday, during the NFL Fox Sunday, usually they got like Kurt Menefee, Terry Bradshaw, Howie Long, Michael Strahan, Jimmy Johnson, and sometimes they bring in Rob Gronkowski, and then sometimes they throw it that little Glazer son of a bitch, and he tells you who the injury guy is. And things like that. Well, I guess this past Sunday, they turned it over to Jimmy Johnson, former coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Didn't Jimmy win a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won 2.
Won 2. And, obviously the Cowboys, it is an absolute dumpster fire with regards to where they're headed, where they're at, and they paid Dak Prescott, their quarterback, the highest contract of any NFL quarterback. He's the highest paid NFL quarterback. And didn't he just get tweaked so that he's out for the year?
Yeah.
So they threw it over to Jimmy for him to give his opinion on the Cowboys, and it wasn't favorable. And they say that Michael Strahan, while Jimmy was, ranting and raving about the Cowboys, Strahan walked off set. Now, I'm also hearing other sides of the story where Strahan actually was walking off set to get like a drink of water or to talk to somebody, or it wasn't necessarily to protest what Jimmy was saying.
No, he came back. That's what I was confused.
So, people are making it a big deal.
I thought they were trying to get Strahan on the fact that I guess he didn't put his hand over his heart.
That was a bigger one.
I can see that being a bigger issue than him walking off set. I don't think he was walking off set out of defense of the Cowboys. I think he was walking off set because he had an issue, either a wardrobe issue or he needed to drink water.
I had to leave the set this week, Bubba. Things happen.
Maybe he needed to puke and get some Zofran.
Yeah, he might get psyched up for these games too.
I don't know where you're really seeing it because it was hard to find this, but he brings back a military guy. I think he went and grabbed someone.
Michael Strahan left the set Sunday as his colleague, NFL icon Jimmy Johnson, was on a tirade about the Dallas Cowboys.
For the injury, there's no way I would have made him the highest paid player in the NFL. Now, you look at it, that money could have been used for other players to fill some holes. Now, we got Cooper Rush in there as far as...
So as you can see, Strahan is walking off set. Now, some people I think it's very clickbaity, and they're trying to make Strahan like he's not agreeing with Jimmy, and so he walks off set. Whereas I think, Lummy, he actually, maybe one of the producers in his ear would be like, Michael, come over and grab this military guy because it's Veterans Day. We're celebrating Veterans Day.
They're on a ship.
And we're on a ship, and then while Jimmy's doing this tirade, will walk in this military guy.
I would imagine Michael Strahan's probably just tired of talking about Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. That would be the only thing I can imagine.
But I think it's to escort a military guy back.
Starting quarterback now. He played pretty well in the past, but they had a outstanding defense. That's history. They had an outstanding offensive line.
Absolutely,
that's history.
So upon watching this now, that's exactly what it was. And for you clickbait assholes out there,
you got us.
Yeah, this is really, really a stretch. Strahan wasn't leaving in disgust because Jimmy was ranting and raving about how much the Cowboys suck and how they overpaid Dak Prescott and how they could have taken some of Dak's money and spread it out and not be 3-5 right now, which at the end of the day, I think 99% of all America agrees with Jimmy Johnson, including the people that play for the Cowboys.
But they had a outstanding defense. That's it.
Michael Strahan was seen walking behind him and leaving, and then all of a sudden he popped back into the picture and was joined by a U.S. Navy member.
Man.
Well, why isn't that the story? That he went and got a U.S. Navy guy so that he could put him on national TV and pay respects to our military.
I don't watch the Fox pregame show a lot, but Jimmy Johnson, he's starting to get a little Lou Holtzy.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he's not on every week either.
Oh, he's
they
not.
Had an outstanding
I think last year or the year before, he makes like annual appearances.
He's been cutting back.
Yeah, like every 3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, sometimes he'll even do it from home. Most of the time, you see him in his basement or something.
It's history. They had an outstanding offensive.
You can see Strahan. Come right here. Stand here, buddy. Come on.
Line. That's history, and they can't run the ball.
They need
like
show that book, baby. They need swagger. How about the Cowboys?
We'll see what kind of swagger they've got as we're about an hour to kick off on Fox.
The only controversy I've seen with Strahan is the national anthem thing, which is bogus.
Well, they tried to get him on the national anthem, not putting his hand over his heart, but his dad was in the Army for 23 years, and so they said he has the utmost respect and that you're allowed to either stand at attention or put your hand over your heart.
Yeah. When I come back, our click, Trump hires Musk and Vivek for a newly created government agency. We'll do that next.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
We got to get Babyface and Side Splitters. He can do 10 minutes.
Oh, easy. Open mic. Break shot. Thank you, Macho. You deal him out to his ear.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Between pigmentation and the content house, November could be a good bottom line.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be a good bottom line.
Yes, it could be, my friend.
You know?
Yeah. Hopefully. Although I'm buying a bunch of merchandise.
What's up, Mitch?
For Christmas.
Are we getting back into the Operation Pigmentation franchise?
I know merch.
She brought some stuff down yesterday.
That's what you're saying right back.
I mean, I could get another design if people want them. I mean,
No, we're good with that.
I just got shut down on a version 2. It's surely not your responsibility whatsoever, but if I'm not here ever by like 5:45, you just give me a little jingle.
Yeah.
A little jingle, you know. Yeah. Something's probably definitely awry.
Might need to raise that.
Yeah. Blowing that calling to Bubba, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's not scary. It's just, you know, not my favorite thing to do.
No, Jesse.
I mean, Dr. Dan didn't want me to feel any nausea, and I ended up, you know, not feeling anything whatsoever.
Made sure of it.
He made. I mean, I slept. That was the deepest I've slept in years. Those 3 hours in between 1 and 4. Let's make some rednecks happy today.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, this weekend, as we're live from the Orlando Content House, Friday and Saturday. Saturday we'll cap it all off with an appearance at the Davenport Ale House. The Bubba Army Cash Cube will be available. And just we're expecting over 200 people as far as those that have reserved. If you don't have to have reserved to be there. Just show up at the Davenport Ale House between 6 and 9, and we'll be there.
That's right.
Show up, show out, put out.
We just had the biggest event at my track in the history of my track.
That's awesome.
We had the biggest event. And if I wasn't in Orlando this weekend, I'd be at the track because I have so many things to get done. Now, our last show is now we just did the Tour of Destruction, which is different than the Monster Truck Show. We got a Monster Truck Show that's happening Saturday, December 14th. And then after that, Lummy, I got to get Austin Wolf, the fence guy.
Yep.
I gotta power wash the bin blocks. I got to add 100 yards of material to the track.
You got Dennis Anderson coming out for this one?
I don't know.
Hey, he's on the poster right there. I mean, if he's bringing out King Sling, that's big time.
I think he is.
That's awesome. I'll be there for that. 100%.
Yeah,
I think. Okay, so if you do show up, one, you get in for free. But two, will you run some footage? Maybe.
Yeah, we'll either go live or we'll do some.
Go live because I know the owner. He's a real dick.
Yeah, we were going to go with Walker.
All right. So listen, anybody who wants to go, let me know.
Seth?
So I can. Seth, this would give Seth anxiety.
Are we getting a Zuber burger?
You could get a Zuber dog.
Are we camping out?
No, I don't know. So anyway, let me just. So
All right, screw you, Bubba. I don't want to take your crap anyways, man.
So anyway, Monster Truck,
Dick.
December 14th. It looks like King Sling is going to be there, but let me they're going to have the motorcycle guys who do flips.
Oh, yeah.
And so we've had monster truck shows. Yeah, the 2X Monster Truck Tour is coming back to Bubba Raceway Park. World champion monsters, freestyle motocross, monster truck rides, and more. Don't miss the 2-time Monster Jam world champion Bounty Hunter, crowd favorite Shark Bite. And
Shark Bite sucks.
You don't know anything about this.
I do. I know enough to say he sucks, and I'd say it to his face like Scott Stapp.
Since you know so much about my track and racing and whatever, who's my favorite USAC non-wing guy?
One-Eyed Billy.
No,
the guy who just passed away in the funny car, the 74-year-old guy. That was your favorite.
No,
he didn't pass away.
No, the guy that you wanted to spread his ashes around each track.
Oh.
Scott
you were talking
Bloomquist?
about John Ford.
Scott Bloomquist?
Oh yeah, I was talking about two different guys.
He's a late model guy.
Okay,
I'm talking about you.
I do late and early model.
You do early and late models.
Yes, I do.
Well, I do USAC.
Okay, well I can do that too.
And I also do Lucas late models. I got some friends over there, Hudson O'Neill, the 49, Jonathan Davenport.
Yeah.
And
if I say Shark Bite's a bitch, or I think Roaring Rex is a bitch, I'm just gonna say it.
You walk right up there and say this truck's a bitch.
Yes, I would do that. I'm not scared.
Let me. Does anybody know who my favorite USAC guy is? I don't really talk a lot about USAC. Got Brady. I'll give you some options. A, Brady Bacon. B, Justin Grant. C, KTJ, Kevin Thomas Jr.
Devin Moran.
Or no, Devin Moran drives late models.
My bad.
Anyway, it's Kevin Thomas Jr.
Kevin Thomas Jr.
The bald-headed hillbilly from Mississippi who's got an unbelievable hot wife.
KTJ.
I hope that trivia question never comes back up on the show.
Kevin Thomas Jr.
Thank you.
His dad was a famous driver, and his wife is to die for. She's hot. So anyway, Lummy, I got so much to do. I got fencing to do in turns 4 and turns 1. I got about between 80 and 90 more yards of material to put on, all new material. So I can get a lot of that sand out of there, and we got real bona fide clay, and it doesn't rubber over.
Nice.
I got to take. I raised the bin block in turn 3 and 4 this past week, and took me an entire day. I'm going to have to do that on Sunday the 15th because the monster trucks, they rent this big thing called a lull. And it's like this big thing with forklifts on it, and it can pick up like 15,000 pounds. Well, we can't afford to rent it. So the monster trucks always have them because they have to move the junk cars away. So since the Sun Belt doesn't pick it up till Monday, on Sunday, it's the only thing that's powerful enough to pick the bin block out. See, we start building up our material so much, Lemmy, that it starts getting past the bin block, and now your bin block, which is supposed to keep cars inside the speedway, is now buried. And and all you have is that little guardrail willy. Well, we have to pick up the bin block, put a scoop of dirt in there, pack it down, and then put the bin block on top. So I got that job to do. I got the fencing job to do. I got to power wash the entire bin block. I got 100 yards of material to put in. And when you put 100 yards of material, you just can't just put it on. You got to blend it in. You got to chop the track all up, then blend it in, then water it, then sheep's foot it, then Harley rake it, then Starfire it, then pitch grade it. In the whole 9 yards. So I got a bunch of stuff to do. Monster trucks Saturday. Now, Rhett, should I get a hold of the monster truck guy and see if King Sling's going to be there?
It's on your website. Yeah,
I know it's on the
poster.
web.
That's Dennis Anderson. That's OG Gravedigger.
I know, but a lot of times these promoters may not be, listen,
Pull a fast one on you.
I'm a track promoter, and I'll pull a fast one on you.
Oh, because I was going to say,
like I could say, KTJ is supposed to be at the USAC show, and really he's running 410 wings.
Yeah, because that would kind of suck to throw multiple pictures of that truck up there for everybody to be there. I would expect it to be there.
Well, I was saying on your website it says a guest appearance by legendary Dennis Anderson in King Sling.
Oh, hold on! I did not see that part.
That's what I was trying to say.
Plus a guest appearance by legendary Dennis Anderson and King Sling.
Now, if you're promoting that and he's not going to be there, then you
no. If listen, we're only promoting what the promoter promised. We got contract signed on this deal.
Yeah. Sweet.
So now, Rhett, does that make a big deal in this whole monster truck world? Like, King Sling's going to be there?
It makes me want to go.
Now, supposedly, these monster trucks, Lummy, they just don't go out there and jump a little hill and then do it. These guys do, like, backflips and stuff.
Yeah, they actually do the stuff that Monster Jam does not do anymore.
Yeah, like Feld Monster Jam. They've gotten kind of lame and boring. Well, they'll just be like, whoop, whoop, and then they'll hit, like, a couple cars, and they'll go up in the air a little bit, bounce around a little bit, then they'll do, like, a 360. But these guys, and so the last monster truck.
I watch a lot of it now with Walker almost every day, and Feld, they pick and choose which guy's allowed to do a backflip. So you only see one backflip.
Yeah, and then it's all
time.
like the fan voting crap too.
Yeah.
So the same guys are going to win every event no matter what. Like it's definitely gotten stale. But these indie shows have stepped up their game these last couple of years, and they're putting on good shows.
Well, the indie shows are now the shows to go with because we've learned. The big shows are lame. They'll bring 6 trucks, 2 will break down. You'll have 4, and they do a race and then a freestyle, and that's it. They don't do any tricks or any jumps or backflips or nothing. So we canceled them like last year. Like we're like, And then this new dude comes up and says, listen, I got the tour that you want that people are going to with Dennis Anderson and King Sling and and my guys do tricks. My guys aren't afraid to do backflips and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
So Lummy, then if you look at, we got a huge, East Bay closed, remember?
Yeah.
East Bay closed. So we're kind of taking over the East Bay deal. So we got the UMP Winter Nationals. Those are going to be 5 nights of UMP racing. That starts, Lummy, I don't know. I'm not going to take any time off work, but I'm going to have somebody maybe drive me home every night so I can sleep in the car. So I don't know who's going to do that. And then we got the Lucas Late Models. That's 5 nights, $25,000 to win on Saturday.
Bubba, should we just broadcast the show out there that week?
No, of course not. but
you're going to go back and forth?
But you know what I'm going to do, Seth, is I'm going to do some podcasting out there with like Rhett will tell you, these late model guys and these USAC guys, they move the needle on, like when we had Devin Moran and Tyler Erb.
Oh, yeah.
We got like 25,000 views on that,
Oh,
didn't we?
yeah, no doubt. I'm just saying that if you were planning on coming back every single night to the studio, I mean, we could just go. We could just do
What
a
are you
show.
guys going to do?
We could even send you a little remote setup. And then just connect you in via Zoom or something.
Maybe
I mean,
we do
I don't know
that.
about
I don't
Zoom,
know.
but we could figure it out.
I know you're anti not everybody being in the studio, Bubba, but nobody needs to be together to do entertaining stuff like these, streaming or radio.
Well, we got
these
plenty
days.
of time to figure out. We took over the Lucas franchise from East Bay, so thank you.
That's exciting.
But I think now this is our. I don't know. We've had USAC there. We were the first track to really, really believe in USAC. It's because I'm from Indiana. I'm an open wheel guy at heart, and so I think our first year was 2011. So this would be like the 14th or 13th, what they call the Dirt Winter Games. And we've had USAC there now for 12, 13, 14 years. And this is the biggest. We're doing, I think, 4 nights, 6,000, 6,000, 7,500, and 10,000. And that's where my favorite guy, probably my favorite racer of all, Kevin Thomas Jr., races. He races USAC, non-wing. And listen, and not taking anything away from the UMP modified guys, not taking anything away from the Lucas late model guys, but these are some driving mother effers. My Lord, talk about a show. So anyway, Seth, if I was to recommend you come and watch, you'd want to come like the Saturday night 10,000 to win USAC show.
Yeah,
with KTJ. What's KTJ stand for?
Kevin the Great.
There you go. Kevin, the bald-headed great.
Oh, wait, KTJ, not KTG.
With the hot wife.
Is this the one where Blitz shared the tent with Reagan?
No.
Okay. All right, easy. Let's not go there.
Yeah, no,
let's not go there.
You not go there,
you
bitch.
Not go there.
You not go there.
Don't bring it up unless
you don't bring it up.
You don't bring up the AmSoil Sprint National Car Championship and not expect me to not go there.
Anyway, KTJ, by the way, let me watches the show every day too. KTJ, if you're watching the show now, you'll see that I don't have a Kevin Thomas Jr. black 3X shirt, but I have a Corey Day shirt. I got a Lance Dewey shirt. I got I think I got a David Gravel shirt. I'm trying to think of all the sprint car shirts. I wear a different shirt every day on camera. Today, I just happened to pick Yellowstone. Yesterday, I don't know. What was yesterday's shirt?
The one Airtight Ski Put 98.
Oh yeah, KOME, an old time radio station. But I need a Kevin Thomas Jr. shirt. That's what I need. Let me also Kevin Thomas Jr. He invented this stuff that you spray. And I think all the racing community is. I think he's made a lot. I think he's made so much money off of it that he could quit racing.
Really?
Yeah, I forget what it's called. But it's where it comes in a spray bottle and you spray down your uniform, just like Febreze, like you just spray it down and it makes it flame retardant.
Is it Inferno Armor?
Yes. Say it again.
Inferno Armor?
Send me the website.
Okay, let me see if I can.
And he debuted it last year at the PRI show, and he actually showed me. I went to his hauler last year, and he took like a shop rag. And he sprayed just like 4 or 5 sprays, like on the shop rag. And he took a blowtorch to the shop rag. Nothing. Then he took a regular shop rag that didn't have it on there, and it went right up in flames. We should spray everything down in here, Seth. You know what though? If I was a parent, I would buy this, and I would spray my kid's car seat down with it. And like the seats in your car, you know what I'm saying? I would do that.
I sent you a video also how it gets demonstrated. Golden Grams, $10.
Here you go. You're gonna tell me right now, Seth, that.
And we wanted to do a quick test for ourselves here.
What's this stuff called again, so people can go see it?
Inferno
Armor. And I think you can buy it at infernoarmor.com.
Yes,
I think so.
I do like that we get hyper focused on redneck stuff at least once a day.
Yeah, this is good. This ain't This could potentially save your kid's life.
This could save a lot of people's lives.
Is what, setting these things on fire on a table?
No, you're making your fire retardant.
Let me. If I had a kid, I would spray down their car seat. 'Cause, I mean, I think it lasts a long time. I think for a uniform, for like a race uniform, it lasts like up to 4 washings.
Oh, nice.
So you'd spray down like maybe the back seat of your car and your kid's car seat, right?
Yep.
So if your car ever caught on fire,
Why can't you just spray the kids with it?
well, spray your kid with it too.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Every day before your kid goes to school, just spray him down with this stuff.
All right, we received our infernal armor, and we wanted to do a quick test for ourselves here to see how the product works. We've got a couple of cheek pads here.
So these are cheek pads, Lummy, that are inside your helmet.
Yeah.
You know, so you'd
They
spray,
catch on fire.
you'd spray the inside of your helmet down. You spray your fire retardant underwear, long underwear that you wear, and then your suit down.
One is treated, one is not, and we're going to put it through the test.
And Lummy, those are your cheek pads. What if you want your cheeks on fire?
Yeah, no, thank you.
And by the way, those USAC 410 non-wing sprint cars, they run methanol, and so when one of those things catch on fire, methanol doesn't produce a flame, so it's on fire, but you can't see the flame. So if you got something that's fire retardant, then you can at least get out, roll on the ground.
To me, it's not officially a sport unless it's something that can catch on fire.
You're exactly right. Say it again.
It's not officially a sport unless it's something that can catch on fire.
Right.
Hear that, pussy football players?
That's right, pussy NFL guys.
Yeah, you ain't never caught on fire.
They're not spraying their uniform, although they should spray it down with it.
Everybody should get sprayed down in the mouth.
Look, let me look.
Nothing.
Unbelievable.
And it isn't like he's kayfabing it where he's only holding it a certain distance away. No, let me show it to you again. Here's the cheek pad that's untreated.
Wow, and that could be your kid?
I mean, listen, man, if your kid was in go-karts or anything, sporting-wise.
What about stop, drop, and roll?
Well, I mean,
it's cheaper.
Stop, drop, and roll?
Yeah.
Is that what you're selling?
That's what I'm selling, baby.
Way cheaper. And watch this one. This one's treated. I'm going to get some from Kevin this year, Lummy. We could do some tests right here.
Perfect.
Inferno armor. Looks like you can buy it too, Lummy. Look. Well, they make extinguishers? We need some extinguishers around here.
Yeah, we do.
Look at that.
That's pretty
Just
cool.
Pull it out there. So anyway, I'll be seeing Kevin. Kevin, get me a shirt, buddy, so I can start wearing my favorite race car driver, Kevin Thomas Jr. shirt. It looks like that Trump is just boss hogging his way. I mean, we're not even in December, and he's already making full-blown, all new government agencies.
He's getting ready.
Like, he's not like saying, okay, I'm going to replace this person with that, although he is doing that.
Yeah, he is.
Well, the education people seem to be freaking out, right?
But here's the deal, man. The federal aspect of the education department, federally, I mean, you need it to be on the state level because you probably teach kids differently in Ohio than you do in Los Angeles, than you do in Florida, than you do in Mississippi. People in Mississippi, those kids you might want to learn them how to teach a gun, how to shoot a gun. Kids in California are afraid of guns. So you take the education system and you take it on the state level and you use the federal money that you would usually use and you, give it to the states, right? I mean, the federal aspect of the Department of Education probably had a tremendous budget. Just take that and based on per capita, give it to the states and let them determine what's taught and the curriculum that's taught inside their states. So not only is Trump, one of his moves was to make that one dude who was the guy in charge of the border.
Yes,
love that guy.
Tom
hard ass horny.
Yeah.
He does not put up with nothing.
Sure
doesn't.
But
what you people don't realize is this: he worked for Obama in the same capacity.
Obama was giving him awards.
Oh, Obama was giving this guy's awards. Oh, just because this particular administration got real soft on immigration doesn't mean that other Democrats have not been. Listen, I have them ready to go. I got Hillary Clinton's immigration policy ready to play for you. I got Bill Clinton's State of the Union address about immigration to play for you. I got Barack Obama's immigration policy to play for
Everybody's
you.
on the same page with immigration.
Everybody
think it's
except for these yo-yos that are in there now. They're the only
the yo-yos
ones.
are on the way out. This guy,
I know.
This guy is never gonna let anybody cross this border again.
Yes,
At
he
least
is.
in the-
He's going to say, go fill out your paperwork, come in through a port of entry, a recognized port of entry, fill out your paperwork, and if you get approved and you're a good person and you haven't killed 14 people in Venezuela and you're not a wanted person and you can add to society and get signed up and start adding and contributing to our tax code, come on in, Juan, and your 4 kids and your 2 wives. Come on in and start, working. Anyway, Donald now not only has completely closed down the education commission, the Federal Education Commission, but he's put a badass dude to be the border czar, and he created a new entity of our government that Elon Musk and Ramaswamy is going to run. I think are they going to co-run it?
Yes.
And it's called the Department of Government Efficiency.
Oh, man, that sounds like a nice, easy paycheck. What does that even mean?
I don't think Elon's taking a check.
Well, I mean, Ramaswamy probably needs the money.
Yeah,
Elon.
give Vivek.
No, Ramaswamy's almost a billionaire too.
Oh, okay. Then neither one of them.
So what, we're turning down paychecks now?
I don't know what we're doing. We're just trying to be more efficient. Okay. And billionaires, you know what? I got to think.
Interning now?
I got to think that the reason why billionaires are efficient, are billionaires is because they're somewhat efficient. Right?
I think they'd like to get paid for their work.
But would you not say that a billionaire probably is more efficient than us? We don't know how to make money like they do.
Who, us? Like us, you mean like Seth and Bubba?
I think anybody other than billionaires.
Yes.
Us, ranging from Kevin Thomas Jr. to David Gravel to Kevin Miller to Bubba Clem.
Yes, sir.
None of us are as efficient as a billionaire.
No, Lord.
Another Fox News alert. President Trump has just announced Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will lead the Department of Government Efficiency. That's
Hey, listen, I can far digest this agency other than, remember when dumbass Biden put that bitch in there, Lummy, and she lasted about 2 days, and it was like the head of false information?
Yeah.
Get the hell out. And they fired the bitch after 2 days.
What bitch are you speaking
They
of?
had some bitch in there for 2 days.
Some bitch.
And she was like some bitch.
Little Wolver's after her $20.
And she was the head of misinformation.
Lummy, what kind of bitch was she?
She was a real bitch.
She was a real bitch, but she already had her government press photo and her cards all made up, and she had they went back and found some old footage of her and had 5-year-old drawings on the back, like her. She was about as efficient as the Bud Light bitch that they had to cancel.
Yeah, Nina
Dylan Mulvaney.
Yeah,
she was singing Mary Poppins and things like that.
Yeah, find that for me. Hurry up.
Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy will lead the Department of Government Efficiency.
Yeah. We need to be more efficient.
I'd vote for Vivek
That's
for president.
D-O-G-E. Doge. Now, Trump released a statement saying it will become potentially the Manhattan Project of our time. The Department of Government Efficiency will provide advice and guidance from outside of the government and will partner with the White House and Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform and create an entrepreneurial approach to government never seen before.
See, I mean,
all right, two smart guys.
I like that, and an approach to government, like an entrepreneur approach to government, like we've never seen before. I'm with that. Did you send me the phone?
I sent you a disinformation check.
Yeah, Seth, maybe you weren't with the show.
It was 2022.
Yeah, I don't think he was with the show.
No, I was going through my dark period of working for the pie company.
Was that your
baking pies?
Was that's when I would?
It's how you hide it.
Hold on.
And then Harold says
that's when I would see you outside, and you would see me, and you would put your hood over your head.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I think this one it went back another one.
It was shameful.
It did.
Yeah.
I should have said Seth.
It's how you.
I should have said Seth.
Yes.
Come back, Seth. Come back. Only a fool would know I was wrong, and I just can't live without you.
Baby,
Anyway.
come back. karaoke Friday night.
President Biden disinformation czar, Nina Jankowicz, and I think she officially had the job for like 3 days. Because remember, Lummy, that everybody was on her,
they jumped
and
on her.
and on him saying, "What in the hell are you doing?" The misinformation is borderline quelling the First Amendment. People have to wade through information to figure out whether. I mean, now the one thing we got to do, Lummy, is when we see a story, we got to say, "Is it real or not?"
That's right.
And so President Biden was going to have somebody in charge of that. And then, so they went back and they tried to do like a background on this bitch, Seth. And of course, they had found all kinds of, just like she was crazy. She was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, could you just tell from this still picture that, I mean...
She looks crazy?
Here we go. Listen, this is one of her things that they found on her.
Laundering is really quite ferocious. It's when a huckster takes some lies and makes them sound precocious by saying them in Congress or a mainstream outlet. So disinformation's origins are slightly less atrocious. It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. When Rudy Giuliani shared bad intel from Ukraine, or when TikTok influencers say COVID can cause pain, they're laundering disinfo, and we really should take note and not support.
Man, what was Joe on, like, when they presented this to President Biden? Hey, Joe, we got this bitch named Nina Jankowicz. And she comes up with crazy little songs, but she, like, specializes in being able to wade through.
You think they showed him this part?
I don't know.
This?
And then they're like, we're gonna start us on only our own. It's gonna be a new thing. It's gonna be called the Minister of Misinformation, and we'll put this Nina girl on here, and she's gonna do,
Do you think
it only took 2 days for, man. Remember, Lummy, that she had her, if you can find it, she even had her official press photo made, like in front of the, like when you're a congressman or a senator, you get your picture taken right with the flag, but like your U.S., like your official U.S. congressman headshot. You know what I'm saying?
I sent it to you.
Like your promo pic.
Bubba, I don't want to get perverted, but she seems so happy. And
look at her. She had her promo pic. So go ahead. She seems so happy.
She seems so happy and unlocked, and like she's she's just really herself. And I feel like that means that like there's a man behind the scenes that's just like giving her the 2-finger cul-de-sac, taking care of business, making her feel as good as can be.
This is called an absolute crazy bitch.
That's getting no sexuals whatsoever.
This is what us real men. And I think you're a man.
You don't think there's a guy turning this out, making her feel so good?
No, this is called bat crap. We used to call it some bat shiz crazy.
But I thought they're the ones that go wild on your private parts.
Now, if you could turn this bitch out,
I could turn that bitch out.
If you could turn this bitch out to be to quell and to funnel all of this bat shiz crazy into sexualness, maybe you got you something there.
Oh, yeah.
But if she's just allowed to roll around and do Mary Poppins songs about misinformation, calling people out like Rudy Giuliani and COVID.
That's on her own time.
And then, taking press photos, real live modern day official press photos. Like, look, it's a modern day official press photo on a modern day official new job that, Sleepy Joe just promoted, and this is some of her work.
It's how you hide a little lie. It's how you hide a little lie. When Rudy Giuliani shared bad intel from Ukraine, or when TikTok influencers say COVID can...
So, let's say that this bitch didn't get fired. Is she supposed to step in then, like on Facebook or any other, and say like, you know what, I'm Nina Jankowicz, and we find that this particular story is misinformation.
Yeah, she was shutting it down.
And we're gonna shut it down.
She was working under the Department of Homeland Security.
Cause pain, they're laundering disinfo, and we really should take note and not support their lies with our wallet, voice, or vote. Oh, information laundering is really quite ferocious.
This is what the current administration thought we needed a year ago.
She needs some gentle kisses on her neck.
She needs some solid cunnilingus. Solid with a 2-finger chaser.
I think it could even be you could have a poor performance. I think it would still light her up.
And on all fours, from behind, the infamous Bubba the Love Sponge, two-fingered cul-de-sac Jones. If you Google two-fingered cul-de-sac Jones, it'll tell you it's a sexual fingering device developed by Shock Jock Bubba the Love Sponge. I wonder if does Alexa know, Lummy? Have we asked her?
I think so.
Hey, Alexa, what is the two-fingered cul-de-sac Jones?
In the book The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, the two-finger cul-de-sac Jones is a character who is seen as a hero by the boys in the neighborhood. He is described as a tall, strong boy with a scar.
Shut up. That's not what... If you Google two-fingered cul-de-sac Jones, if you Google that, it says from the...
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Because you never had it done to you, bitch.
Oh, please. She's had...
Lummy, you make sure it's still out.
It's there.
Read it verbatim.
The two-finger cul-de-sac Jones technique is a sexual fingering method created by Bubba the Love Sponge, a radio talk show host heard on Sirius Satellite with Nationwide, blah, blah, blah.
There you go.
Station laundering is really quite ferocious. It's when a huckster takes some lies and makes them sound precocious by saying them in Congress or a mainstream outlet. So disinformation's origin seems slightly less atrocious. Whew. Laundering is really quite ferocious.
And you wonder why. Yeah, Joe Biden got his ass kicked.
So is Elon Musk going to be doing that?
No, Elon Musk is going to be looking at various agencies and how much they're spending and what they're spending it on and say, we can do it far more efficient or for less money, or better yet, this particular department is a waste of money and waste of time, and we can save, I don't know, 50, 80, 90, 100 million, billion dollars by getting rid of this nonsense or streamlining it. And what's the guy's called? Ramaswamy.
Vivek.
He's got a good head on his shoulders.
I feel like he should have. I don't know if that's a good job or not or what, but I feel like he should have been put in a really great position, man. He's really.
Hold on. What better position can you be put in other than a new position?
It's made up positions, Bubba. We know.
It's a new position.
Yes.
That you could make an immediate impact on, and your partner is the richest man in the world.
Well, that's only going to cause problems. What do you think? That these two guys are going to work? Oh, yeah, they're going to be buddy-buddy. Every little partnership with billionaires. These guys just work swimmingly together, don't they?
Elon Musk,
egos are involved.
Elon Musk, everything I've heard about him is he's easy to work with.
Well, when he's on frickin', ketamine, but I don't know how often that
is. If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
He held a lot of great debates between both sides. Thank you, Angel. Just call me Angel of the morning, Angel. Just touch my lip before you leave me, baby. Angel of the Morning, Juice Newton, anybody? All right. Might be just for me. Just call me Angel of the Morning, baby. Just touch my before you leave me.
Thank you, Goocher.
Hey, Bubba, did Brian ever like your presentation you gave him last week?
About what?
Of the ability to watch sports?
No, I don't know. I don't think he signed up.
I never asked him. I wasn't sure. I don't know how I lived life without it.
I mean, it is unfucking believable. I mean, very rarely do you get,
Very rarely do I put anything over here.
Yeah, very true.
Oh, I love Angel of the Morning, man. It's one of my favorites. I must have heard it like when I was younger. It must have been on the radio. My parents played it because, man, I love that shit. Juice Newton is such a great fucking name, too. What up, Noodle? What up, Gilson? I don't know if did I stalk a chick? I don't know if I did. What up, Johnny? Oh boy, Brian, that sounds naughty. Yeah, Corey, we don't want to talk. I'm not talking about football right now. I'm protesting it until my team is competent. I like, doesn't ABBA do, gimme a man after midnight. Was that them? Through the shadows away. Gimme a man after midnight. Walking through the darkness, through the shadows away. We're gonna do karaoke this weekend, baby. What up, Car? What up, Paul? Grouper Lips. Big Lunger. Nah, Bears are trying to probably get Ben Johnson from the Lions. Oh, I know, Stacy. I never had a torrid one-night stand, so I feel Juice Newton's pain through her hymns. I would never leave Juice Newton after one night. Never! What up, Nick?
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Tomorrow we'll do a Twitch raid at the end of the show about 9:50. Which means I'm going to have to be a little mindful with Alex. Maybe run him at 9, like 9. Because we got to be clear by like 9:50 to sign off and then raid our 21-year-old
Alex is today.
Twitch. Oh, is Alex today?
Yeah,
that's my bad. Means I better get back on. I'm not too far off.
Time change really messing you up still, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Kevin Thomas Jr. just texted me. He said he watches the show most days.
Oh.
And he's going to do a Bubba Army helmet this year.
Nice.
I think he's a Bell sponsored driver, so they give him like 2 or 3 helmets every, for the entire season. And they have different paint schemes and stuff. I think he's going to do a Bubba Army helmet.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be cool, wouldn't it not?
Yes, it would be.
I asked him. He's a very little guy. He's teeny tiny. He only wears a medium.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm sending him a bunch of Bubba Army swag. He's going to send me some KTJ swag.
Do you like outfitting small men?
What? How do I even answer that?
You don't.
I mean, like.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
No problem. So let me. A lot of people are giving Trump a hard time with his his very stiff border policies. and the borders are that he had announced who's going to be who formerly worked for Barack Obama and got like awards.
Oh yeah,
from Barack Obama. I'm tired of seeing this pre-roll with these stupid kids playing pickleball.
Yeah, stupid E-Trade.
E-Trade, get off me. And then they're giving me another one now.
Yeah, you can make your own soda.
What with Keurig?
Yeah, those things are disgusting.
Yeah, I mean you can't stick to coffee.
I don't know, but Anna Kendrick, you can't go wrong with her, Bubba. I mean, she's
I do like. Wasn't she the one on Pitch Perfect or something like that?
Yeah.
So, you probably were somewhat impressed that I knew that. God love me. I'm just sitting here wading water, buying time. How long is this? Jesus. All right, here we go. I finally got what I wanted.
That his top priority when he assumes Trump has affirmed that his top priority when he assumes the White House again in January will be to secure the U.S.-Mexico border. And a key component of all that, of course, will be his longstanding promise to embark on the largest deportation effort in U.S. history. Now, in one of his first post-election day interviews, which was done with NBC News, Trump said that he is really not concerned about the price tag of all of that. It is thought to be a pretty expensive undertaking. There's an estimated 11 million illegal immigrants currently living within the United States right now, and there's thought to be even more.
Now, is that inside of America or outside of America?
That's right outside of America.
That's how it needs to be. They got them like lined up in sections, and then they're going to process them, right?
Yeah.
I think maybe that's the new way we're going to do things instead of the old way where we just let you in.
I think that was during Title 47
more than that,
or whatever it was called.
So simply tracking them down, processing them, and deporting them.
Except they all got tents and stuff.
Is it wrong to think I don't believe we're going to let many people in legally over the next few years?
Well, I mean, probably not.
Just to kind of catch up for lost times.
You got to catch up.
A lot of logistical hurdles, but Trump has said that he is committed to this despite the potentially high price tag of such an effort.
I mean, what's a higher price tag? Mass deportation or continuing to let people in and give them $2,300 a month, stipend, and a free phone and a free set of plane tickets to any city, sanctuary city you want to go to. Overnight stays at the Roosevelt Hotel in New York, overnight stays at the Holiday Inn Express in Chicago. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say you shot down the other ideas though to save President Trump money on this when we talked about there's an outlaw crew that goes up and rounds up illegal immigrants, you drops them off at the fire station, and you collect your $50.
So you're saying an outlaw round? I'm sorry, a immigration roundup?
Yeah, just anybody can do it. You put on a
bounty hunter deal.
You put on a neon vest. You got a van, and then you go up there and we talked about it the other day. You say, hey, we got to go do some work, and in Espanol, you get 20 in your truck. Boom, you're taking them down the fire station. 20 times 50, $10 million. Boom.
Now
20 times 50, $10 million. Boom.
All in a day's work.
And you're buying all types of baseball cards with that.
I'm giving baseball cards to these guys as I'm turning them in, so they have a little memory of the good times.
You should also note that House Speaker Mike Johnson had previously told the Post that he believes that roughly 4.5 million illegal immigrants will be the first priority when it comes to deportation, and then the Trump administration.
So I'm gonna play. I want everybody just to absorb this, and for you people that are for it, that's great, and for you people that are against it, and you're mad at me, that's great as well. Give me an opportunity to play some other stuff for you. This is Trump. He's really, really, really. This is one of his big hot spots, and I think, a lot of the people that voted for him feel the same. I think a lot of people that voted for him feel the same way. We need mass deportation because for 4 years, it's been just come on in and triculate yourself into society, do bad things, get free money, kill people, get free hotel rooms,
vote,
potentially vote. And you got and we've got to put a stop to that.
Get a sex change on the house.
Get a sex change, rape a family of 4.
All right, I left that out.
Kill a jogger.
Oh boy.
There. And previously in the 2016 campaign cycle, Trump had also promised
Carmel, Indiana, Lummy.
Oh yeah.
Great. Carmel, Indiana is great. It's rich, hot chicks, A lot of MILFs, chugs.
Little known fact.
Really,
to embark on mass deportation efforts as well. But when you look at his track record, technically speaking, President Biden has actually deported more people than Trump had. A key reason for that, of course, is that there was a lot more border encounters under the Biden administration than there had been under the Trump administration.
That razor wire ain't working so good, Lummy. When you're wet, when you lay over a couple winter coats over it, and then you just jump over it.
Yep, that seems pretty easy.
You would not do that, Bubba.
No, I was just getting ready to say, I don't know if this is my cup of tea. I might be just cut to shreds in it. My dexterity and my mass probably is not conducive to being a very good illegal immigrant.
But if you've come
smuggler inner.
But if you've come this far and the razor
I will
wire,
lay Lummy down on, and I will walk. I'll be like, Lummy, I'm gonna give you $200 to lay on top of this razor wire, and then I'm going to walk over your back to get in. But don't forget, one, I'm your boss.
He'd be impaled after the first step.
And two, true. And one, I'm your boss. Two, I've made you a superstar.
Yes.
And when you're just a common man. And three, you would take a bullet for me.
Yes, of course.
And
I will.
four, you're Stockholm to buy me.
Yes.
And so there's simply more people readily there to deport under Biden than there had been under Trump. But Trump really feels that he has a clear mandate on all of this.
Plus, he's putting that badass, real mad guy in charge.
Had a pretty sweeping victory on Election Day, seemingly running the table with the 7 battleground states.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the border states, which are California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, those are your he won half of them. And he damn near won New Mexico.
Do we not have people that sneak into Florida?
Yeah, we do. Cubans and Haitians.
Yeah, I mean, but it's a whole different
But
deal.
we're not. Okay, because
We're technically
and really
border.
gaining ground.
I mean, I guess we're technically a border because we're 90 miles off of Cuba.
Yeah, I mean, I thought,
a guy in shape like KTJ could probably swim that.
Just because people have nice rafts when they come over here doesn't mean that, we still don't have an issue.
I think, Lummy, don't we have a policy whereas if you make it to the shore without getting picked off, like without the Coast Guard stopping you and your crazy ass inner tube, like if you can actually put your foot on the beach,
you're safe. Tie goes to the runner.
I think
so too.
I think they like
you're on the sand or something.
Around and literally,
that's why we need like 15 Coast Guard cutters out there just picking them off.
Every state except Washington.
That'd be a great job to have. I mean, you got
tackle the illegals.
You got like a 35-foot Coast Guard cutter that's got like 4 Mercury 400s on the back that'll go about 80.
Yeah,
Open
wet feet,
fit.
dry feet.
Is it called wet feet, dry feet?
But it looks like Obama got rid of it.
So if we catch you and your foot's still wet, you're going back.
Yeah.
But if your foot's dry, meaning it's on soil, you get to stay?
Yeah, but they changed it. Obama got rid of it.
What is it now? Wet feet, dry feet don't matter. Go home?
However, the immigration policy is.
Which is a pretty extraordinary feat that he had accomplished. And he believes that border security was a big reason.
This guy's artwork in the back looks like something I would have concocted up a few years ago. Charged somebody $500 for it.
Why? A lot of polls had generally indicated that the economy and inflation and border security had been top issues for voters heading into the election. And Trump
I really do think that immigration was one of the top 3 things that got him in.
So it says we spend $150 billion a year
on how we're doing it now.
Yeah, and I sent you a clip. I guess Trump came out yesterday and said that the money that was used to house, move, and feed illegal immigrants will be to end veteran homelessness. So it's going, I guess, to the veterans.
Oh, okay. I mean,
government has spent nearly $1 billion to house. Under crooked Joe Biden, the U.S. government has spent nearly $1 billion.
Don't kick Joe when he's down. Poor guy probably pooped his pants today. Now you're calling him crooked.
Dollars to house illegal aliens and foreign migrants.
Did he say $150 billion?
Well, $150 billion is what the government said. He said
under crooked Joe Biden, the U.S. government has spent nearly $1 billion to house illegal aliens and foreign migrants in expensive luxury hotels, courtesy of you, the American taxpayer.
I mean, we do know that to be true. The New York Roosevelt Hotel, Lummy, which I've stayed in before.
Really?
And it's about $550 back in, 15 years ago when I stayed there, it was $600 a night.
It's about to turn into the Red Roof Inn when everybody leaves.
And now they have transformed that into, it's not even open to the public. It's immigrants only. And I forget what the city of New York was spending per month on immigration, housing. And they've turned luxury hotels into immigration, sanctuaries.
Fair.
And we know that that's a fact, whether you like this guy or not.
And they want to spend billions and billions more. In many states, we're running out of hotel space because the rooms are all booked up with illegal aliens living in a very large way on the American taxpayers' dime. Meanwhile, we have 33,000 veterans in this country who are homeless and living very poorly, I might add, and it's a shame. They're living in filth and squalor on our streets. Nobody is doing a thing for them. We helped them a lot during my 4 years, and it's all been dropped. Everything we did for our veterans has been dropped. It's a disgrace. Joe Biden puts illegal aliens before homeless veterans, and we cannot let this happen any longer.
It's true. He has done that.
It is crazy to think about it, that way, that there are homeless veterans and there are people that are living large, as Mr. Trump said.
Listen, this isn't. And listen, the election's over, and so we're not talking politics. We're talking real life stats here, and we know for a fact that the Roosevelt Hotel, various other luxury hotels, are immigration only.
Like, you were going to post them up in like a church or a gymnasium or something, and not have to like load them up with cash. I understand they got to go somewhere, but to go to the hotel to get stipends, we were talking about it'd be worth it just to leave America to sneak back in and start all over again, because
Seth was looking at flights, to border cities, and
Ecuador.
Then coming across 3 deep. I got me plus my wife and a kid. That should be like what, $3,000 a month? Free, nice hotel in New York.
I'm clearing $7,000 off the bat. Then I get to tell them where I want to fly, and I start all over again.
Get into a baseball card deal.
How is that not a great deal?
American veteran is one of our greats. These are great, great people.
Agreed. That we've thrown away.
We have to take care of them. On day one, I will sign an executive order to cut off Joe Biden's massive spigot of funding for shelter and transport of illegal aliens.
All you really got to do is just take, 15, 20, 30 Greyhound buses, park them right outside the Roosevelt, and say, okay, load them up. And then you go room by room to make sure there's nobody left. God, but then imagine how much money it's going to cost just to clean all that, because
how much it's going to cost to round them up, and it's a lot.
I know,
but it's.
They're paying $150 billion.
And redirect a portion.
Look what the city of New York.
That's what I'm looking at.
Illegal immigration per month number is. I heard it was 30. I heard it was 36 million a month.
You saw that we're cutting off the payments, though, right? To the immigrants, they weren't going to give them those $250 meal vouchers or whatever anymore.
Okay, that's great, but how much have we given?
I just say they dropped
4
it.
years.
The mayor dropped it right after Trump won.
Of those savings.
The mayor before or after he got indicted?
It was after.
A very large portion, I might add, to provide shelter and treatment for homeless American veterans. I will.
I am all for taking every dollar we spent on illegal immigration, not legal, like the new hard ass. What's the guy's name? Tony Horton, or whatever the hell his name is.
Tom Horman,
whoever the new hard ass guy I love. The new borders are.
Well,
listen, I'm all about, going to a port of entry, signing up, getting processed, getting interviewed. Why are you claiming political asylum? How many kids you got? Run a background check. But we were letting people, Venezuelans and Haitians and people in that have.
They were just coming through the crack of the fence and then hopping in a van, and
Venezuela and Haiti were opening up their prisons and saying you can't stay here, but you can start the process of walking to the border.
I've got a month, but it has $2 billion for New York City has spent last year.
$2 billion.
$5 billion the last 2 years.
$5 billion we throw around money like we can't even appreciate what $1 billion is anymore. But $5 billion in the past 2 years. Now, again, back to my original story. I'm all about immigrants becoming U.S. citizens and part of the workforce, doing it the correct way, coming through a port of entry, filling out the paperwork, getting a background check, making sure that they're not from a Venezuelan prison and letting them in and giving them a social security card and a swift kick in the ass headed northward. That's it. That's what you get. You know what? Maybe you give them a couple $100 so they got a little bit to eat on for a few days. But after that, man, you better know somebody to live with, or you better get a job and start busting your ass, because it ain't easy. It ain't easy for me. I had to figure it out. Seth, every month you got to figure it out.
I do.
Make it a personal mission to totally eradicate veterans' homelessness in America by the end of.
What would we have done? What type of housing, medical care, mental counseling, mental health counseling, medication could we have provided our veterans of United States men and women, U.S. Americans that have fought for our country and defended our country, if we just would have taken New York's budget of the past 2 years, which is just New York. I mean, take San Francisco's budget, Los Angeles's budget, and all these sanctuary cities, Chicago, where we've put up these migrants and taken all of that. What type of care could we have provided our homeless veterans who need mental counseling, or who need, new teeth, or need some type of place to stay, or need a meal?
I'd say at least 10% better care.
Yeah.
At least.
Next term, you'll see a big difference, just like you did at the VA, just like you did with, frankly, everything we touched. The border was the best border we've ever had. We were energy independent. We were soon going to be energy dominant. Our country was doing great. We had no inflation. We had the best economy in history. We're going to take care of
Hey, man, Bitcoin was like 86,000 yesterday, wasn't it, Lum?
Sure was.
There you go. When I come back, yes, I'm Johnny Trump, Johnny Yippee-Yo. Trump's the man. Trump's got great policy. Trump's going to put an end to this immigration. He's got a great template on how he may handle immigration.
4 more years. 4 more years.
Let me play you some things that may change your mind on how pro-Trump I really am. And maybe Trump is just doing the right thing by other people who are as smart as him and or have held the same positions as him, and what their policies were.
And Trump might have voted for them.
Right. Let me play you Hillary Clinton's idea of immigration, Bill Clinton's State of the Union address, and Barack Obama. Let me play you those 3 people and their idea of immigration. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
The VA by design does everything they can to not help. They denied my service connection to skin cancer. That's for my buddy in the Secret Service.
For real.
Yeah, I got a Secret Service connection. Not just you. I think I'm gonna get drunk this weekend and fucking climb up on some dudes.
Wow.
Ha! Man, the show goes fast when you're 8 minutes late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, should I really not get stickers for the kids?
I don't mean.
I just last time when we did the book bag thing at Latin Sons, you said that we should put stickers in the backpack. So I just want to make sure that you're not mad.
No, I don't. How many kids are you going to be in front of?
Just Sam's class.
Oh, how many is that?
I don't know, 20, 30. I don't know how many they pack in the rooms these days.
We could maybe give them book bags. I mean, backpacks.
Full on backpacks?
Yeah, but I don't think we have enough.
Well, let me know, because I'm going to peel out a 10. Is Merch Crick here?
No, she's gone. She's the doctor.
Shit. Who runs backup merch? Is it Lummy?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay, God bless.
What's up, Chip Jones?
So I'm going to run these 3, and then I'm going to go back into words. So I'm way on time.
What's up, Chip? I am Tina.
Perfect.
My daughter asked me to do it, but she's not interested in me talking about podcasting or radio. She wants me to talk about my baseball card collection. So I'm bringing cards and podcast equipment and whatever they want to run with, we're going to run with. But I am going to tell them to look up our Bubba Raw and Bubba Only fans for their parents.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Seth, we only got 24 of them, so probably wouldn't be enough.
No, just some. I mean, if stickers are cool. I mean,
until they scan them.
Well, but I mean,
and it takes them to our website.
Well, look, I mean, once I hand out the sticker, look. Here's the thing, Bubba. Last time we did the backpack drive at Latin Sons, you wanted there to be Bubba Army stickers in the backpack. You talked about it a couple of times, and I was like, okay, cool. Well, now I'm going to talk to a class today, and I just wanted to run it by you.
No, I want to.
I'm going to give these little pricks my business cards.
I absolutely want to. I just don't want to catch any heat.
What's heat? I mean, we're giving them stuff. Like what's the heat? It's a sticker. Kids love stickers.
No, but the school may say they're going to end up on lockers. I'm just trying to forward think of heat that Sammy can potentially get.
Oh, listen,
that could potentially get back to you.
No, if she gets
hold on, that could let me just go ahead and further. That gets back to Phoebes, and Phoebes gets heat on it, which means gets back to you, because when she's got heat with you, something you did, it usually sometimes makes you throw up and get anxiety.
Well, she has told me that, the ducks, that's a good idea. She has told me that
the ducks, I can give her ducks.
Yeah, Robert suggested ducks.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Can we do ducks?
Yeah.
Yeah, Phoebe.
Hold on, we can do ducks and stickers.
Oh, my gosh, it's like Mardi Gras.
Ducks and stickers.
Yes, I'll make it rain
As soon as the show's over, we'll go upstairs.
The sunglasses?
I could do sunglasses, too.
Okay, all right, guys, I'm not trying to do a whole...
No, hold on. That would, now see, that's
a
pretty
care
cool.
package,
Guys,
yeah.
I have to...
Because the sunglasses don't have the QR code on them.
I'm a one-man show. I can't be hauling in all this equipment.
I'll give you a backpack, unless you have one. And we can put, how many did you say, 35?
I don't know how many kids are in a class these days. 20, 50? I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
maybe
can you
30?
maybe
Give one for the teacher?
Can you maybe text Phoebes and say, how many do you think are in little Sethy's class?
Yeah.
So you can get a number.
Oh, well,
and Lummy, you're right. Ducks, sunglasses, and a sticker.
Some air fresheners.
Maybe some air fresheners.
Wait, hold on. Phoebe's.
The bubbles are coming.
No, she said.
Lummy 843 Bubba, $100 in the PayPal Venmo Cash App. Been a little slow. Appreciate y'all. All at the Bubba Army. Phoebes has now heard a little bit of this program, and she's cooler minds.
Okay, all right, here we go. 17 kids. Ducks are okay. No stickers with the QR code, please.
Yeah. So ducks. How about ask her sunglasses?
Sunglasses. Okay, sunglasses. She said, cool. Thumbs up the sunglasses.
Ducks and sunglasses.
Ducks and sunglasses.
Now, does she know that the ducks have the QR code on them?
No, but they don't know. The kids won't know.
It's little ducks.
We'll wash off in the bathtub,
Right,
you know,
exactly.
rubber ducky. I mean, you know,
Sure.
really.
So 17, I'll send 20.
Okay.
20 to 25.
All right, perfect.
No stickers because the school, kids end up sticking them somewhere. That's going to come back to, haunt you.
I mean, we're not running some sort of, smutty porno site here. We're making an honest living.
Yeah, and the QR code just takes you to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean
to our landing page.
How bad is this job?
It's not bad at all. So I got a horrible reputation.
I just really got to do some deep reflecting today on the way to the Great American Teach-In.
Who am I working for? To the point where I have to kayfabe it to the kids that they're with my
Dude,
daughter.
You knew when you were a kid when people rolled up to the Great American Teach-In, unless they were some sort of athlete, they better have had some sort of pen or something that you could take home.
When you roll in with sunglasses and ducks,
oh, the crowd's going to be going crazy like it's a Taylor Swift show. And I mean, I'm getting popped right off the bat, and then it makes it easy for me because I only have to fill 30 minutes today, which, I mean, God, I could do a clear 2 hours of the teaching with the crowd interaction.
Especially when you hand out the stuff early.
Yeah, but you give me 17 kids 30 minutes, I mean, that's a breeze. I'll have them all listening to the show by tomorrow.
Exactly. So after the show, we'll run up. Do you have anything to carry this stuff in, or I need to send a backpack with you, a Bubba Army backpack? Maybe you take the backpack, we jam it full of all the stuff that you need, and then one lucky person gets the backpack. Like give a trivia question or something like that over whatever.
Okay.
And then that person, the backpack acts as your holding device to take the stuff to said presentation, but now you have a brand new backpack and you're like, who would like to have this backpack?
All right, that's sort of get a little, all right. Sure.
I'm just a suggestion, my friend.
Thank you.
Governor Newsom says he's going to Trump-proof California.
Man, I think Illinois said the same thing.
Listen, Newsom, I think I would look at the margin of victory that this guy did, and before you Trump-proof your state, maybe you see how he's going to do, or maybe you are so afraid on the things that he's going to do that you do Trump-proof your state because you don't want any of his nonsense in on your state, and truly you and Illinois are communist. And the fact that, you're that left that you're going to Trump-proof your state. And what if a Republican governor had said when Joe Biden won, I'm going to Biden-proof my state. He would have caught so much crap over that.
Well, I'm sure that DeSantis said that somewhere out there in the
California's
rainbow.
Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom, a fierce critic of former President Trump, on Thursday called for lawmakers to convene a special session later this year to safeguard the state's progressive policies on climate change, reproductive rights, and immigration.
Why are they still trying to make Gavin Newsom a main character in this presidential election?
My question to you, Seth, is this.
Yes.
Does federal law supersede state law when it comes to immigration? I think it does.
I don't, Bubba. I don't know anything about anything, but I thought federal law trumps anything.
Well, I thought so, too. But I think there's been instances in Texas and some of the places that didn't like
the supremacy clause.
Biden's, immigration policies, and they took upon themselves, Texas and what have, to kind of lock down and be more strict. And I think they made it a state issue. And I don't know, did it end up in the Supreme Court? Did it end up getting, do they fight it out in court?
Neil Malpazier, $50.
Or does federal law, or does, it would just make, off the top of my mind, one would feel that you're protecting the United States of America through a state. At the end of the day, I would say that the federal law would supersede the state law, even when I wasn't on the right side of it and I was, rooting for Texas to be able to do their thing. I still probably had to recognize that federally Biden's law would supersede the governor.
It's a supremacy or the supremacy clause, which is the supreme law of the land. So the federal government overtakes priority.
So if Gavin Newsom wants to Trump-proof his state, and the three things he's got on his agenda are climate change, which I have no problem with, lockdown, do whatever you want with the climate. Reproductive rights, I'm all for. That's one thing that I'm not very Republican about. I'm all for abortion clinics, so have as many as you want of those. Clear up until viability.
Well, I'm sure California's pretty liberal with when you can get an abortion.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, please. And Trump has already said it's a state issue. Make all the rules you want with abortion. But with immigration,
I wonder what he voted for Florida.
But with immigration, he voted yes. Well, but with immigration, at that point, man, I got to think that the feds can come in and say, listen, Gavin Schmavim, I know that you feel X, Y, or Z about immigration, and you're going to want to let people in and do it the Democratic way, but we got a new boss in town, and we're locking this bitch down. So you can have your, the President of the United States has already said reproductive rights go to the state. So we're not fighting you on that. Do whatever you want. I mean, suck the baby out one day before it's supposed to be born. We don't care. Climate change, whatever. If you want to be a bunch of tree-hugging, battery-operated son of, go be it. But I'll tell you, we ain't moving an inch on our immigration deal. The same way we treat Texas is the same way we're treating you, is the same way we're treating Arizona, and the same way we're treating New Mexico and Florida. The move a day before the former president resoundingly defeated Vice President Kamala Harris in the presidential race, effectively reignited California's resistance campaign against conservative policies that state Democratic leaders started during the first Trump administration. The freedoms we hold dear in California are under attack. No, they're not. You can get an abortion. You can have everything's got to be battery operated by 2035 in your state, but you don't have a dog, and you don't have in the fight, or you don't have a say-so when it comes to what we're doing immigration-wise. We're taking over your border.
I sent you Tom Homan, his message to the Democratic governors who say they're going to stand in his way. He came out and
he had a little something to say.
Yeah.
All right, let's get old Tommy here.
A suggestion. If these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way, they're going to make it hard for us. Well,
I think this is really, really, really directed to Gavin, because Gavin happens to be the one guy that's come out and really.
Illinois governor has also said.
Yeah, but what's he got to do? Who's immigrating to Illinois?
Oh, there's a lot of immigration in.
From where? The Great Lakes?
Like Michigan. They're coming out of Erie.
They bust them up. They bust them up from the down south.
Some of these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way, they're going to make it hard for us. Well, a suggestion. If you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, but we're going to do it. So if we can't get assistance from New York City, and we may have to double the number of agents we send in New York City, because we're going to do the job. We're going to do the job without you or with you.
There you go. I mean, I think he just told Gavin Newsom.
I mean, I know how he got the job. I mean, you say that to Trump. I mean, interview's over. Yeah. We're going through you. I mean, whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Newsom's office told the Associated Press that the governor and his lawmakers are ready to Trump-proof California. His announcement Thursday called upon the legislature to give the Attorney General's office more funding to fight federal challenges when they meet in December. California's move is part of a growing discussion among Democrats. Democratic officials across the country seeking to protect policies that face threats under Trump's leadership. See, here's the deal. You didn't see everybody's like, okay, the J6 deal, Trump's an asshole. He didn't want to concede the election. He thinks I got it ripped off, the whole 9 yards.
Kill Mike Pence.
Kill Mike Pence.
That's Mike Pence.
Mike Pence is a dick.
He's an Indiana guy.
So, all that. But you didn't see, once Biden won, you didn't see governors having Biden-proof meetings about their state. You just didn't. Our team will do whatever it can to identify any possible threats to these rights as we hold dear to the state of New York and protect New Yorkers. Here's protesters rallying against Trump in San Jose. Oh, am I going to get a pre-roll on me? No.
Are we too late on the protests?
What do you mean?
I mean, it's like, the election's over.
Are we supposed to be protesting?
No, I'm saying the election's over. Are we too? I mean, what is the point now?
Yeah, like what's the point?
That's a good point.
So let me share these three, and collectively, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, and Barack Obama, arguably in our lifetime, are the three most powerful, influential Democrats of our lifetime. Was there anybody that wouldn't agree on that? And if you look at it, you got two presidents that were double termers, two presidents that were very well liked and were two termers, and the Secretary of State and a two-time First Lady. Here's what she thinks about immigration.
I think we got to have tough conditions. Tell people to come out of the shadows. If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked. They're gone.
I know, what's the guy's name? Tom Horton?
Tom Horman?
I mean, this isn't really anything other than, throw some lipsticks and some boobs on him. This ain't much different than the message he's delivering.
That's right.
They've been working and are law-abiding. We should say, here are the conditions for you staying. You have to pay a stiff fine because you came here illegally. You have to pay back taxes. And you have to try to learn English. And you have to wait in line.
Boom. That's Democratic influential leader number one. Here's number two. This guy happened to be the president for 2 terms, 8 years. How did he feel about immigration?
This is not going to be a free ride. It's not going to be some instant amnesty. What's going to happen is you are going to pay a significant fine. You are going to learn English. You are going to go to the back of the line so that you don't get ahead of somebody who was in Mexico City applying legally.
Again, port of entry.
But after you've done these things over a certain period of time, you can earn your citizenship. So that it's not something that is guaranteed or automatic. You've got to earn it. But over time, you give people an opportunity. Now, it only works, though, if you do all the pieces. I think the American people, they appreciate and believe in immigration. But
so the Democrats have moved the party so left that real Democrats that have served a total of 16 years as president during our lifetime, along with a state senator, a first lady, and the Secretary of State. This is how their party felt about immigration back then. So who's changed? Donald Trump's policy very much mirrors this one. Very much. These people would be MAGA now.
They can't have a situation where you just have 500,000 people pouring over the border without any kind of mechanism to control it.
Now, isn't that exactly what we just had?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we've got to deal with that at the same time as we deal in a humane fashion with folks who have put down roots here, have become our neighbors, have become our friends. They may have children who are U.S. citizens. That's the kind of comprehensive approach that we have to take.
Boom. Makes sense. Makes sense. I like it. Cosign. Now, here's the former president of the United States, Bill Clinton, and it's this isn't just on some campaign trail. This is a State of the Union address. This is where you address the most pressing issues we have in our country. And here's his policy on immigration.
Not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country. The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before.
Hold on. You heard hiring more agents to secure the border and deporting more people than we ever have. Is that not exactly what Trump's trying to do?
Yeah.
Cracking down on illegal hiring by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested for crimes.
Speed it up. Deport.
To better identify illegal aliens in the workplace as recommended by the commission headed by former Congresswoman Barbara Jordan. We are a nation of immigrants, but we are also a nation of laws. It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years. And
no wonder Joe Biden sucks and is the most hated president ever, when you got two of the greatest presidents in the Democratic Party to have served during our lifetime pretty much saying the same thing that the new soonly elected, sworn-in president, former president, and now he'll be a two-timer, in what he's spewing today. Who's changed? Who's moved?
The libs.
We must do more to stop it.
Boom. Boom.
Pull your pants down, Billy.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. Wow. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Hey, I'll go up and grab. Do you want me to go up and grab the sunglasses, Bubba?
I don't know where. I mean,
Erica texted me and told me where they were.
Yeah. Go up and grab them and go up and get a backpack, get the ducks, and get the glasses and put them all in a backpack.
All right.
Ducks are in a pool container next to the TV. Backpacks are in her top shelf. Sunglasses are in a white box under the whiteboard.
Okay. Do I need a? Is there a passcode, Willie?
Yeah, I'll text it to you.
Okay.
Hi, Alex. Hello, Alex.
Got me? How's my audio?
Good.
Okay. Just
Don't
making sure
cuss.
it's working. I know, I dropped that F-bomb last
Hold
time.
on. Don't cuss, because we're still kind of live, but we're not live.
All right.
You look all... You must be headed somewhere. Listen,
This isn't
Spirit...
in my normal jacket. I just put this on. My jacket's in the car. I got to go to Dallas City Council this morning.
Oh, you did? What kind of high spot do you got for them?
I think I'm going to wear the MAGA hat and tell them that Project 2025 is real and that all of the immigrants
And maybe bring in the that new border czar, that real hard ass Tom Horton.
That's what I'm saying, Tom Homan. You guys
Be
get
like,
the hell out
man,
of
you
here.
all need. You guys need. Gavin Newsom. It was in the news today. Gavin Newsom's trying to Trumpize. I'm sorry, what was it called? De-Trump his state. So to try to where you're like none of Trump's policies will. But you guys, we're Texas. We're the great state of Texas, man, and Big Tom Horton's coming down to lock this border right down to zero, bitches.
Yeah, it's Tom Homan is his name, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be like, listen,
you all are Tom Homan's bitches. Every one of you are.
Well, and should I say this? Nick Fuentes went viral because he had a tweet that said, "Your body, my choice," and the left lost it. They just lost it because, even though they can still get an abortion, that's what people are so dumb. But the abortion is always a high spot. I need to be like, none of you women will ever get an abortion under my watch ever again.
Well, because they've locked down abortion and they've locked down
That's
abortion.
what I'm saying. Like, I need to say that. I'm going to be like, Project 2025, abortion's gone. Bye-bye. You got to keep that baby in your gut now. I mean,
So we're going to have all these, unwanted kids on the streets, which is all going to be every one of your problems.
No, we're not, dude. Our population rate of white people is going down, Bubba.
Oh, you need to bring that up.
Yeah.
You need to bring that up.
Replacement theory. I got to bring up Tucker. I'm going to be like, I hope he doesn't get mad.
What Tucker?
Well, supposedly Tucker, the rumor was that Trump wanted him as the original VP.
Really?
And Tucker said he does not want to do anything with politics.
He's got too many skeletons in his closet, so.
I don't think that's why. I think he realizes it's actually stupid to be the politician because your life sucks. I mean, I don't think all the politicians.
I mean, listen, he just. Hold on, here we go. We're going higher.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
With his full styrofoam cup, Alex Stein standing by, and he's dressed up because he's going to a Dallas City Council meeting. Now, is this where the mayor who hates you, the light-skinned African-American mayor that...
Eric Johnson, yes. Nikita, his wife, is who I'm good friends with. And so I'm going to go there, and I think I'm going to put on the MAGA hat.
Could you start... his ex-wife, Nikita, there was a big scandal on the deal because he was blasting the campaign manager, and every time...
On the Rig doorbell camera.
Every time you have an opportunity to bring that up, you do. You've sung rap songs about it. Could you ever go on a date with Nikita?
Well, prepaid would kill me, but I would take Nikita's kids to football practice or something.
You tell prepaid it's a gimmick. And
I love prepaid, but even the gimmicks sometimes cross. I've noticed the gimmicks.
It's because she's just getting you're getting too popular, and she's getting more insecure. So
no, she's not insecure. It's not that. It's
listen,
just,
sometimes in the business you got to do a makeout scene. You know what I'm saying? Like
this is what killed me. And I'll say this publicly. I'm probably going to get totally canceled for this. But Eric, the actor, used to always call into Howard Stern show, and he'd be like, I want to be an actor. But Howard said, would you play a gay character? And Eric would say, no, I wouldn't play a gay character. As an actor,
you got
and I tell Paige, I was like, I would play a gay character. If it was a major movie or something, I would play a gay character. Why would I not? I'm an actor.
Like Brokeback Mountain. I don't think either one of those guys are gay.
No.
I mean, I don't want to go on screen and kiss a guy, but I'm just saying there's going to be times where I'm going to have to pretend to be a gay person. I'm not actually a gay person, but that's acting.
If Lionsgate had a big role for you, and you had to kiss a guy, and it's part of your, being
a movie star and you're making $3, $4, $5 million for this film, bitch, you're kissing a guy. Period.
You have to do it in Hollywood, but
just a kiss.
But the reason why I bring that up is because certain people can understand that, and then other people like Eric the actor, he didn't understand that. He thought
or prepaid. It sounds like prepaid can't wrap her head around that.
Well, yeah, I mean it's a blurry line, but listen, prepaid wireless is my rock.
I love her. Listen, nobody
listens to the show every morning.
Nobody has been a bigger proponent for her than me. Even when you guys were broke up, I was still screaming.
Okay,
I
don't even want to get into that.
No,
yes,
but hold on.
listen,
Will you acknowledge that? Even when you guys
I will acknowledge
had
that.
your little hiatus, I was like, man, you messed up with prepaid. That's the girl. That's the one.
Well, then this is what makes me so mad. I get a text from Lummy. He says that we might move my spot to Thursday so I can debate Babyface, which I'm down for. But let me just tell you something. That debate, quote unquote, when I was in a car in an Uber, prepaid was so embarrassed because the guy was like Haitian or something, and he has no idea what's going on. So and he's playing the radio. He's playing like gospel music or something. I'm like, hey,
and you're absolutely losing your shiz on the deal, right?
I hadn't lost my shiz yet. I mean, just before we started, I'm like, hey, I got to make a phone call, bud. You mind just turning it down? I really appreciate that. And then all of a sudden it starts with like, F you, la, la, la. Right. And then Pree's sitting next to me, so she's staring at both of us, and she could just tell that Uber driver was totally freaked out. I heard my rating. Gave me a 1-star rating.
I moved. I said, let's just let Alex stay in his Wednesday lane. And,
I would like to go after Babyface, but we need to talk about it first. We need to set this up. There are some rules of engagement.
He has none. He has none. He has already called the show twice today and tried to enter. One was a prank call. He prank called me. He actually got me on a prank caller.
He's losing it because Trump won.
Yeah, he is losing it, just like Gavin Newsom is. He wants to, try to make laws.
He's trying to Trump-proof the state.
Trump-proof the state. Now, here's the deal. He can have his reproductive rights all he wants because Trump's all about the state makes the rules, so that's not in play. Climate change, Trump could care less if you want to go all battery by 2035. He could care less. He's not going to.
I think he's going to drill, right?
Well, whatever. He can drill without California. But what I'm saying is, immigration-wise, does the feds, now you're in a border state with Texas, does the federal law supersede the state law? So let's say Gavin wants to say, listen, we're going to have it wide open. Does Trump's federal law supersede any state law? And the feds come in and say, we're doing it our way.
There's actually, that's going on with Governor Abbott, is suing the federal government for taking over the border and not letting the Texas Guard down there. So, yeah, the federal government they can always come in and just say, we overrule you, and that's the problem.
Well, that's what he's going to do. He's going to tell Gavin, listen, you can Trump-proof this state all you want, but I'm taking over immigration, period.
And honestly, I hope that there is a lot of the illegal immigrants get kicked out, but they're going to have some time. It's not like just day one they're going to be able to round them all.
Well, did you hear the show before you went on where I played Bill Clinton's State of the Union address?
And he said he deported the most. Yeah. Obama deported the most people, even more than Clinton.
Then I played a Barack Obama press conference where his policy on immigration. Then I played a Hillary Clinton, and all three very much mirror what Trump wants to do. So I'm like, it's not these three, you have two presidents that serve 16 years as the Democratic president, along with a Secretary of State and a state senator who all have really pretty much the same policy as Donald Trump. So which party has moved when now their views would be considered extreme MAGA?
Well, they've moved to the left. They've moved to the far left.
Yeah, the party has moved. The party has moved. So, the party's now a weird party where they're worried about transgender and they're worried about, Title 8 or 9 where guys can play girls' sport. That's where the party has moved. Stupid, weird stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah, like transgender surgeries. Just like you said, it's gotten too progressive. It's not moderate enough. But if we can talk about politics all morning, I'm about to go do this thing. Lummy, did you tell Bubba the news?
Yes, I did.
Lummy, what do you...
Spirit Airlines has suspended their service from...
And I just saw...
How the hell am I supposed to get to Tampa without Spirit Airlines? They're going bankrupt. What am I going to do, Bubba?
I know, but here's the thing. A couple things. One... I know you enjoy a good deal. I know you do. You really do. But there's other airlines that have directs to Dallas, maybe for $50 to $80 more.
Southwest is typically $160 combined for both fares. More $80 per fare.
Stein wasn't sure if he was going to come to BARP or not.
Alex, you make. I've seen your contract.
I know what I make.
You make a good living.
The Greyhound's a one-shot down here.
Sometimes, man, you can't put a price on friendship and hospitality. Once you get here, you spend nothing. I take care of it.
That's true, but this is just a big thing. I have the easiest gimmick. I can fly out there for $95, Bubba. I can fly out there for $100 round trip.
I'll give you one of my backup cars. You don't have you don't have a hotel room. You don't pay for any food. You don't pay for any weed. I mean, everything you got.
That's true.
Is
That's
free.
true. I guess I can fly Southwest.
I mean, so the $80 extra, so $160 total is prepaid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your hotel for one night.
That's true.
Usually,
that's true. You should be a Tampa travel agent. You really.
Well, no, I'm a my friend agent, and I don't want my friend to have some chicken shiz excuse to why he can't come and see me.
Well, obviously, I'm going to still come to Tampa. Obviously,
especially BARP. Like if you miss,
I'm going to be a BARP. I mean, I'm just so mad. I'm just so mad about Spirit.
Jenny Durst will probably pick you up on her private jet to take you to BARP. I mean, she loves you so much.
Yeah, Jenny's great, but. Obviously, I'm kidding. I just can't believe they suspended that service. I've literally flown to Tampa for under $200 every time. Every time it's like $120.
We just saw on TV that they're in trouble. They're declaring bankruptcy. They're doing all these cutbacks. And I mean, isn't Spirit owned by or are they an independent deal?
They wouldn't let them merge with Frontier. And did you see they were just flying into Haiti and a bunch of Haitians shot up their airplane?
No.
Spirit Airlines, yes. The Spirit and a Frontier flight in the same day both got shot trying to land at Haiti. The Frontier flight was taking off going to JFK. And
I can tell you that Spirit is very much mismanaged if they're even thinking about flying into Haiti. Maybe more Tampa and less Haiti might make a little bit better of a financial situation.
I disagree. Right now, they say Haiti is actually one of the safest places because there's no Haitians there. You can just go there.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not the one going to try it out. I publicly said F Haiti one time and almost got my ass kicked by Awesome Kong. So I'm probably there's probably wanted most posters of me in Haiti. If you see this fat ass, kill him immediately.
Meanwhile, Dixie Carter, they messed up that angle so bad. I just can't believe that.
Meanwhile, I was actually right with how mismanaged all the Haiti relation.
You were spot on.
Yeah,
you were prophetic. You called it.
Bruce Springsteen and all these people having Save Haiti concerts, and they said that 5% went to the actual people of need, and the other 95% was embezzled by the prime minister of whoever the hell's in charge.
Hillary Clinton got $400 million and built 13 houses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look that up. Look that up, Seth. I want you to pull that up, Seth. Type in Hillary Clinton Foundation Haiti. See how many houses they built. But obviously I'm going to still go to Tampa. We got a lot to talk about, but let's actually want to brainstorm with the fellas right now. I'm about to go to Dallas City Hall. I'm thinking about doing and saying that Project 2025
Are you signed
real.
up? Ready? Are you on the docket?
I'm already signed up. I'm freaking in the bottom of the list, number 14 out of 15 speakers. So they're going to try to jam me up. So what they'll do sometimes, they'll let the first 5 speakers speak. If they know that I'm speaking, then they make the rest of them speak at the end. So then potentially I'd have to wait all day to speak. That's the way that they can.
Worst case scenario, you're talking like at 2:30?
Yes, and sometimes even later, depending on how long the meeting is, and that's how they jam me up. But sometimes when I'm not there and my name's on the list, they'll let all the speakers speak. I mean, at Dallas, it's personal. That's why it's kind of like if I go there in the chipmunk costume and say I'm a transgender furry, I almost have to just be mean to them because it's personal. It's not.
I think you need to roll in like this, mean, business-like. And stop the nonsense, furry stuff, and start going with the your ass is mine. I got a couple lawsuits filed against you guys. I own you. You guys have done a lot of bad things.
You'll be laid out worse than Dak Prescott when I'm done with you.
Yeah, you guys will be laid out worse than Dak Prescott. You should. You're going to be laid out.
The Cowboys are bad. And the Cowboys, guys, it is bad in Dallas.
You should say the only thing worse than this commission is the Dallas Cowboys.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
The only thing worse in this commission is the freaking Cowboys.
Right.
No, the Cowboys stink right now, and it's extra bad because Jerry's even more senile, and I've never usually the energy in Dallas is we're fans no matter what. We're like Lakers fans or whatever, because the Cowboys are always 8-8. You know, there's always like, you know,
they're always kind of right there in that last wild card spot. They're going to make it, you know.
Yeah, even if they have a bad year, they're always like one game out. They lose, you know, in the 15th week and they don't make the playoffs. So usually the fans are engaged all year. This is the most hate I've ever seen the sports radio people give the Cowboys, and they've trashed them for years. But they're just. The city's done. I mean, Jerry Jones, the stadium, the sun's coming in. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott.
Now you got the big fight this Friday, of course. You know,
and I'm going to have to go to that. And then also my movie premiere this Saturday. But I'm going to go to both. You know, I need to go to some of these fight press conferences, Bubba, and try to
movie premiere. You got your movie.
Yeah, he doesn't have a trailer though. I tried to get it.
I don't know why it's.
There's no information
Alex,
on it.
how do you? You're one of my best friends, and I'm just now finding out you got a movie 3 days.
Well, it's an all-black independent film, Bubba. It's like
that's even more reason why I'm supposed to know about it.
I agree, and I think that's more reason why it's going to be funny.
So it's an all black.
All black. I'm the only white person, and
what's it called?
I sent you the movie.
Wrong
poster.
Address, and I'm a evil landlord, and I'm you know, evicting this guy out of his house, but he goes and sells some drugs and does some stuff to be able to pay his rent.
Now, is this a Blaze production?
Nothing to do with the Blaze.
Yeah,
no, a lot of these people have such long criminal records, they wouldn't even be allowed at the Blaze building, some of these.
Right, so
co-stars.
So the premise is...
You know Charleston White's in this, right, Bubba?
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Charleston White is the star. It's the story of Charleston White.
What's it called?
Wrong Address.
Wrong Address, and you're the white landlord, and Charleston White is probably the delinquent renter, and you're gonna kick him out or evict him, and it's all about that.
I sent you the movie
and he starts
poster.
selling drugs.
I don't think I can pull it up when I have him on. I don't think I can pull him up when I have him on.
Let me see if I have a picture of it. But you saw the picture of the movie poster. You've already seen that. But so I got to figure out the fight. I was going to go to that. And
where are you guys debuting this? Is it at a movie theater?
Yeah, Angelica.
But have you promoted it?
A little. They haven't given me that much promotions. Who
paid for it? Who financed?
It's this guy Measy. These rich black guys out of Jackson, Mississippi. They used to be friends with Dion. And this is funny that I bring this up. So these guys. It's an all-black production crew. I don't know what they do to make money. I don't ask what they do to make money. I'm not worried about whatever their business is.
Yeah, don't ask a lot of questions to those.
I'm in the entertainment business. Right. Whatever other business ventures they're in.
Sure.
I know some of them have clothing lines and stuff, but they're from Jackson, Mississippi. Measy's the main director, producer of the thing, and first question they ask me when I get on set, because they're like, "Is he cool?" I'm the only white guy. What do you think about Dion? And I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know they're from Jackson. I don't know anything. I go, well, I'm from Dallas, and you know, I always liked him. I call myself Primetime, but I was kind of, and I just said this. I was kind of mad that he left an all-black college to go to an all-white college. You know, Jackson
so you threw
State
that in there thinking you're pandering a little bit.
I did pander, and they were so happy because they are pissed. They were pissed at Dion. I'm happy I said that because I kind of was feeling the room. Like I could kind of tell by the way they asked me about Dion that they like.
So they thought that Dion kind of abandoned them for.
They think that 1,000%, and they all live in Jackson, Mississippi, and they feel used and abused by Dion.
Gave him 2.5 good years.
I agree. I don't think Dion really owes the city of Jackson anything more than what he did for him.
He got the part, man.
Yeah,
I mean, screw it.
Dion took $300,000 of his own money to help remodel the locker room and kind of bring their facilities up to par. They probably had the nicest facilities in all of HBCU. He got, I don't know how many HBCU guys NFL tryouts. He got them a television contract with whatever. I mean, you know, people can't expect. I mean, and he was making, I think, $1.5 million a year. At Jackson, and I mean he's making now $8 million at Colorado, you know, and then you look at, you know, do you want to live in Jackson, Mississippi, or do you want to live in Boulder, Colorado?
That's exactly what it is, and they just liked what Dion brought to the city, and they I don't think that they really can be that mad, but they did seem upset.
Well, you know, you get mad when you.
I think everything you said is very correct and as a spot on.
I mean,
why does Dion need to spend the rest of his life in Jackson, Mississippi?
Well, yeah,
Jackson, Mississippi it's not a great place. I've spent time in Jackson, Mississippi. It's not that. And when nothing's going on, there's a huge tire factory.
When you're 1AA and you got a Power 5 school that's offering you 5 times the amount. I mean, please.
And your son, you're doing, and let's not pretend like Deion's just coaching to coach. He's coaching because he wants to be with his son. He wants to make his son have the best, and Travis Hunter, who I think he wants him to be extremely successful. So
you're on Blaze. You're on Blaze right now. Let's say your contract's, I don't know, $400,000, and all of a sudden Fox calls you up and they want to make you the next Tony Loren or whatever, and they're going to say, hey, listen, Alex, we want you to come and do after Jesse Waters or after Hannity an overnight show. We're paying you $1.5 million.
I would not leave because I'm loyal to Glenn Beck.
Come on. You're telling me that if Fox offered you
I couldn't go anyway because I can't take my cats anywhere. I would be breaking.
Listen, we'll build you a sound stage in Dallas. You can do your show out of Dallas. They did that for Tucker. Tucker,
they
built
something like that potentially, but I wouldn't be able to move to New York City.
It's the same thing. I mean, if they offered you that much money, who cares about the Blaze?
I'm loyal to the Blaze. So
I know you are. And I'm loyal to Glenn Beck. I'm Glenn Beck too, and appreciative of Glenn Beck for giving you my good friend an opportunity. And doesn't
we are very and he really doesn't. And now that's why I can still afford, even though Spirit cut that route. You are right. I can still afford Southwest.
Especially once you get to Tampa, it's probably
it's free.
I guarantee you, Roseanne probably doesn't. Roseanne takes probably pretty good care.
She takes very good care at her house. They eat the nicest stuff.
So I'm saying probably next to Roseanne, I'm second on taking care of you.
Yes, you are. But really, overall, I think you take care of me even more. But Roseanne really rolls out the red carpet, and this is how you're white Triz, and she's I guess she kind of grew up.
She's upper crust, but I'm white
now
trash.
She is. I mean, but when she makes a spread for dinner, she actually makes a spread. There's 25 different plates of food. I mean, it's great when we eat with you. We got pizza, Oreos, this and that. But with her, she's got stuffed olives and rosemary, this, that, and that. I mean, it's like I'm in Hollywood. It's a real spread.
And that's the difference between me and Roseanne. I've still remained white trash, and she's got Hollywood FU money. I think
she
that
has figs and she has jalapeno cream cheese.
You think that she's still got a ton? You think that she's still got a ton of money?
Yes, but this is and I can say this openly, I think, about Roseanne is she owns property, she does have money, but when you go from making $5 million a year as a star of an ABC show and then you get fired, it makes you feel broke.
No. I think you're off on 5. I think she was more like
$8 million. I'm saying per year. I don't know. I forget what it was. I think maybe it was $8 million.
No, I think she was more like 15 million.
Okay, yeah. Overall, it was probably like a $50 million contract for 4 or 5 seasons. I don't know.
I mean, when she was running
even if
hard,
let's just say it was only $8 million for that role. You go from making $8 million to not making it anymore. You feel broke. It's impossible to not.
I went from making $3 million to $30,000.
She was making $250,000 an episode. $21 million the last year of Roseanne series. She's worth, it says, $80 million.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, she's still fine financially, but in her mind. She does like having a Hollywood deal. She feels like she's earned it. I think she has too. So it's not about the money with Roseanne. I think she feels scorned by the system. So money is not an issue with her.
Talking about with regards to you going in front of the Dallas City Commission today. And you always screw with the mayor who who cheated on his wife with the campaign manager, and I got caught on Ring doorbell. And you always bring that up, and I love it that you do.
Nikita.
But I really wish you could incorporate his wife more in some of your rhetoric. How about a threesome with you and Paige?
You want me to bring up Nikita more? Okay, I'll bring up Nikita. You like Nikita?
You like it? Listen, maybe this. Hey, Mayor.
I'm going to say Nikita voted for Trump.
No, I'd be like, hey, Mayor, guess who I swiped right with on Bumble yesterday?
That's good.
Guess who I matched with on Bumble? Nikita. Yeah. I'm taking your kids to soccer this weekend, buddy.
You're right, because that is.
Hold on, it's free speech. You're not saying curse words. You're not being you're not. But guess who I swiped right on? Guess who I matched with on Bumble? Nikita. I think I'm picking your kids up from soccer practice this weekend, Mayor. I just want to let you know.
You're exactly right. I got to cut a promo because if you're cutting a promo, you have to have some personal jabs. That's what makes it.
I'm gonna,
that might make him jump out of his chair, though. I'm gonna take your kids to soccer practice.
That's what you want.
I've said stuff. I'm surprised he hasn't really gone after me. Some of the stuff I've said.
But you got to have a 2-camera shoot there, getting his reaction when you say Guess who I matched with on Bumble? Nikita, and I think our first date's picking up your kids from soccer practice this Saturday, Pops.
Oh, man.
Are we trying? I don't know if I'm dropping her off at her house or yours. You should say,
That's exactly what I'm going to say. I'm going to say I swiped right, and there's Nikita.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there on Bumble.
Looking as beautiful as ever. Should I say that I think she's on Ozempic and she's lost a bunch of weight?
No. Just say, man, what a beautiful Nubian queen.
And I think he's on Ozempic. Should I call him out for being on Ozempic?
No. No, I wouldn't, you say, obviously.
Everyone's on Ozempic.
Yeah.
Everybody's on Ozempic, I know.
Yeah.
They say there's a new one. What's it called, Bubba? It's not Ozempic, Zepbound. Have you heard of Zepbound?
No, I haven't heard of that stuff.
I'm about to just go to Tijuana. They can do a whole thing for like $16,000. They do a liposuction, neck, teeth, hair transplant.
First of all, hold on. You don't need any. Your teeth are okay. Your hair. I mean, you can. All you need is teeth whitener trays. That's all you need.
I could use some. Transplant. Right
that's nitpick.
Please, that's nothing. You're perfect.
I mean, you got. If you just got in the shape.
Keep talking, Seth.
If you just worked out like you did for boxing, and got in that type of shape, that's all you need.
That's all I need to do. I know. Yeah. I just weighed myself. I'm 244.
Yeah. So I mean, you're looking really good. Stud weight's 225.
220. That's it. That's all I need to be like 215. I look very good at 215. 220.
Teeth whitener, and your hair's fine. You got great hair. No gray.
I mean, you guys are making me feel good. Wow, I really appreciate that.
No, you are teeth trays, which you can get for virtually nothing.
I know.
You got straight teeth. That's from Dippin' Zen.
That is from. And Tucker has a new thing, Alp. He's supposed to send me a promo package. I haven't gotten it yet, but
Yeah, but that's Zen. So you de-Zen your teeth. Your hair is okay, and you get back in the gym and lose 15. You're straight money, buddy. I mean,
you're right.
You know,
and I am. I'm on my diet arc. I'm actually on day 3 of a.
I feel like you're on Percocets or some kind of painkillers because you keep fidgeting with your hair. What's wrong?
Yeah, because I haven't eaten in 2 days and my hair is just all wet still. But I've not eaten.
It looks good, but I mean, like, quit messing with it. Like you're picking your.
I've not eaten in 40
He's weak, Bubba. He's weak.
Why haven't you eaten?
You're picking your face off.
It's a water diet.
Oh, jeez.
I'm trying not to eat. I want to try to do a 7-day fast. I just don't know if I can go that long.
No,
so I'm so dehydrated.
No, don't do that. I mean, come on. Just exercise and eat.
I am exercising as well, but I had to. I looked at all that election footage, and I just look like such a fat slob. And I'm embarrassed for myself. I'm embarrassed for Pre. I have to get.
You're fine, buddy.
Dialed in.
All right, listen. I hope that you use my suggestions because I think, listen, you'll give me credit.
Nikita is coming up.
I'm the one that gave you some of the Brittany Griner stuff. Remember, before you went out there, I told you to, yeah. So, and I think maybe I can get a little credit for the Nikita. I swipe right, matched with Nikita. She's looking fine, a fine Nubian queen, my friend. You should have never let that go. And I think our first date might be picking up your kids from soccer practice. So don't be surprised if I show up on your doorstep for a kid drop off on Saturday there, boss man.
Yeah, don't call the cops. I'm not stalking you. No. I'm just taking Nikita on a date. I don't want there to be any heat.
Right.
I want to be.
I know you're a very powerful man. You're looking good. Might be on Ozempic. Probably maybe you got a new white chick in your life. I don't know, buddy. I mean, just all that.
I'm about to work them. For real. And people think it's easy. It's not easy. Not that I need some, kudos. But
you couldn't have been any more wrong about the election, though, right? I mean,
I was so wrong. But I really and truly. That's.
I mean, it was an old-fashioned ass kicking, is what it was.
It was, and nobody expected that. I didn't expect that.
Nobody.
And
just shows you how it just shows you how fed up people are on the weirdness. We don't want immigrants in our country, and we don't want all this weird stuff. We just want to get back to normal, back to kicking ass, back to being strong, back to having $1.99 gas. Back to that's all we want. We don't want anything. We don't want anything that you've given us for the last 4 years. We don't.
And maybe I should call in tomorrow because I think once all the votes were counted, it was a 10 million vote discrepancy from Joe Biden to Kamala Harris. And so the reason why I would predict that Donald Trump would win is because I'm going off that math. I still think that they have 10,000 fake ballots. obviously this year they decided we're not gonna steal the election. And you know this, Bubba, that Donald Trump, when it came to in-person voting, won all 50 states, even the most liberal states. When it came to mail-in ballots, Joe Biden won all 50 states, even the most conservative states. So because they had so many mail-in ballots, it's obvious that the 2020 election was a fraud. And those are the numbers that I was going off of. I thought they were still going to do a fraud gimmick.
Mexican men and African American men's what brought it home for him. That's where he dominated her. Period. And those are the people.
Because those Mexicans are sick of all these illegals taking their jobs.
Exactly. Mexicans and African American men know what the word on the street is, and they knew the word on the streets were weak. We're paying too much. It's a bunch of bullshit. We got to make a change. Period.
But you know, Donald Trump got basically the same amount of votes that he got in 2020. I think he got about 400,000 more votes.
Yeah. So it just goes to show you where the deterioration was on her side. So.
Oh yeah, by like 15 million votes.
So anybody listen?
By 10 million.
10 million.
When you grease the mayor, text me today. Let me know if you used my stuff. Okay.
I will. All
right, buddy.
Wish me luck, fellas.
Good talking to you.
Southwest Airlines. Rest in peace, Spirit Airlines. I miss you.
Pimp on a blimp. Alex Stein. Appreciate you, lover, buddy. See you later.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
I texted Erica, yeah.
So sunglasses, ducks.
I got a backpack, yeah.
Okay. With a backpack carrier.
With a backpack kicker. And a couple of knives.
I mean, we need that Aqua Bieto check.
Still happens?
Haven't gotten it.
All right.
Return today, Lummy. Excited? You sound like it. It was warm. It's been for 2 days. Oh, I was warm. I was just drinking. Oh, well, it was empty. I'll get you another one. Here. I got you. Don't even worry about it. Bubba, would you like a Aqua Beato?
No, I got one, lover.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Here you go, Lummy.
Thank you.
A fresh, sealed can of cold Aqua Beato natural alkaline spring water, canned at the source from the Appalachian Mountains in North Carolina. Here you go, buddy. Grab the tab and enjoy Beato. Fuck yeah.
Grab the tab and enjoy the beat.
Yeah, I was just reading. Is that what it says?
No, I thought it did, but it says.
Hey, I'm going to leave out the front just because my car's there in case somebody wanted to lock up behind me.
Absolutely.
Is that cool?
I will lock up behind you. Or basically just saying goodbye. And reminding people to go get a Twitch account.
Twitch account.
Tell me when to start. Close at 15 or 30? Okay. All right, cool. Sports show, 10:30.
Because they have a different show that they put on there now. How LP pouches.
Man, Bubba, if you let me work it at 6:10 every day, you'll get a whole new me. But think about it.
No, it's okay. You got to be here at 6. What's that saying to my other employees? You didn't have a good one. You couldn't even come up with a good, quirky, off-the-top, yippee-yo, Seth Kushner type.
Well, you said I was different today, and I was like, because I fucking woke up late. Like, what can I say?
Just saying.
I'm a bitch.
So Bubba's my god.
I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. I do not feel ashamed.
We're literally there every day, Carlos.
It's not my fault I ever slept. Dr. Dan gave me some medicine that was for somebody that was probably under heavy chemotherapy.
The size of a bear.
I got two. I gotta have a 1 a.m. cutoff for my medicine. What a day! What a day!
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Quickly, we got to get out of here. Seth's got the Great American Teach-In that he's handing out Bubba Army ducks and sunglasses to the students. He's not necessarily going to mention my name.
No, I'm going to.
And don't forget, you Rumblers, you YouTubers, you Twitters, Facebookers, go to twitch.com, and sign up for an account because we're doing a massive raid about this time tomorrow on this 21-year-old girl who has about 273 followers. When we watched her yesterday, she had 4 people watching. She's so appreciative, and we're going to raid her with all of our followers tomorrow at this time. It will require you to have a Twitch account. So I'll run a little bit more efficient tomorrow, Lummy. So at 9:50, I'm asking everybody to get off your Facebook, get off your Rumble, get off your X, get off your Facebook, and go get on your Twitch, because we're fixing to do a raid. I'll give them a few minutes to do that, and then we'll raid away. The sports show with Rhett and Lummy is next.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
Rhett, the filthy ginger video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.